ahead and post the stream announcement.
Is it, if you were to bring someone to hang out with Gavel and Igor,
I would either go with the brain dead retired clone, who's an old man with an awesome mustache.
that guy would be my pick. Yeah.
Or the Verpin nobody liked.
Yeah, the Verpin, the pacifist, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was actually the first one I thought of.
Why not Remy? Hold on, wait, what?
Why would we take Remy? Why would Gavel and Igor be like, yeah, let's take Remy?
Because we need a mascot.
No.
Tinger.
Because he's got to have Remy and the Rascal Season 2.
Oh, fuck that.
Igor liked Remy.
Yeah.
That was before Igor got his brain wiped.
Igor didn't get his brain wiped.
Yeah, remember we were on a mission together and it was against each other, and then we teamed up and then I blew his head off and brought him back? That's canon now.
We just made that up.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that happened.
Well, yes, we made that up back then. I adopted it 100% as actual fact. A Mandalorian fixed him.
All right, let's get the introductions or the introduction out of the way, because I'm going to forget otherwise, and we're going to go off in this tangent, and be 40 minutes in before I remember to do this. So, you guys escaped prison, made your way back to your home base, and decided to take a rest for a little bit. And during that time, you're watching the news as things unfold in the galaxy, and a lot of peculiar things have happened. So, item number 1. The guy that was in charge of that prison facility and the factory that you blew up, Gareth Agamar, he took his frigate and just basically deserted. He's like, nope, fuck this, I'm leaving out into the real world. He ran Jira's blockade and left the sector. Presumably with 2 very dangerous bounty hunters hot on his heels.
Wow.
So he's just gone. So we're just going to change his card to red. Okay. Item number 2. Gimba the Hutt has declared himself the head of the Valley Free States, which are the independent asteroid-based colony entities that don't want to be under Jira and don't want to be part of the Resistance. And it's not really a big group, but he's trying to form his own little faction here. And he's been attacking Jira and the Resistance's resources, which is making headlines. And last but not least, just a few hours beforehand, still hot off the presses, the Republic fleet showed up at the blockade at the entrance to this sector and has started engaging the Jira's forces. They're not here in force yet, it's mostly advanced forces. But because they're here and they're attacking, it's come to light that one of your allies, the privateer Lanius Repnus, which you guys already knew to be a rebel agent, has basically come out as being part of the New Republic and is using his forces to assist in the attack. So a huge part of the Resistance is helping him. Another huge part of the Resistance is like, that was really shady, and we're not sure if we actually want any part of this anymore, because this is all now some super spy game where we've been manipulated. Also, if Ranather shows up before we leave here, he has all sorts of drama going on with him too. But we're going to wait to see if he actually shows up before we go on to what he's doing and what goes on with him.
He's having kittens, isn't he? Like little baby Jawas.
It's not quite that pleasant, no.
He's having kittens put inside him.
Or anally.
I think they're going to cut open his belly and he's going to be the next, whatchamacallit lady. Have a robot that just comes out and makes him grow bigger.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, Jessica? No. Lucy.
With cats?
Yeah, just the cats are going to be smarter than the Jawa.
Alright, well that's a low bar.
So, we're back here at the base. Who's resting on the Proto Shadow and who's actually on the base?
I don't rest, so I'll be doing research.
I am on my pride and joy.
With your newly repaired door? I mean, it's only it's only been like 2 weeks since
I'm really bummed because I had like one of those centerfold, magazine centerfolds on the back of the door. That's all ruined now. I'll never find another one of those exactly like that one.
I feel like one of us, and I don't know which one's the least artistic, would have tried to draw one for you.
Gator had, or Waz had.
No, Gator, good choice. You nailed it on the first one.
He's trying to take control of your arm.
Yeah.
It was just like indentations, teeny tiny pinprints.
Scratch marks that are similar in no way, shape, or form to the pinup.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed in that. I'm going to have to find a new one.
It can't be that frustrating.
It's all going down. Let's go.
She's playing Ark. What's going to kill you? How does that not kill you?
I was playing Atlas earlier. It's like the same thing, but pirates.
That game's got a steep learning curve.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. The first day she played on medium, and I was like, "There's not been a 30-second space where you survived longer than that." And she was like, "Yes, there was." I was like, "Sitting in your hut does not count."
Yep. Alrighty. So, you guys had learned the location of Gimba the Hutt's ship. You guys are convalescing. There's all sorts of shit going on in the galaxy. If you guys are done telling me what you guys were doing, I'm going to say that there is a approaching ship on your sensors, and since the Capitan is on the ship, he would be the first to notice.
Can I be researching Hutt weaknesses?
Yes.
I would like to create the salt virus.
Because
they're slugs.
So, it doesn't work like that. There is actually some lore down. Someone has thought of this, believe it or not. Hutts are immune to pretty much everything like that. They're immune to most sicknesses. They're immune to poison. A Verpin shatter rifle is a good way to kill one. Or, choke them with a chain, because apparently that works too.
Yeah, that one didn't make a lot of sense to me, but...
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, if you try to do it within the mechanics of this game, that would be really hard, especially considering Leia's strength is probably like a 1.
Yeah.
So...
You'd have better luck just climbing in their throat and,
they eat people.
Yeah, no, but if you climbed in whole like a ball and then expanded before their teeth could get you...
Yeah, no, they eat people whole. It's really gross. They're disgusting creatures.
We had a shipment of drugs that fixed Hutt foot. We did like at the very beginning of this whole campaign. I feel like Payne could retro introduce that and just make him very uncomfortable.
That's true. That is true. Can I weaponize Hutt foot?
You want to make athlete's foot for the Hutts, make him very uncomfortable. I mean, if you want to spend your time doing that, you can do that.
I would like to make a version of that is like a flesh-eating virus.
Yeah, it's not going to work. You see, these things, it's not that they're not possible. It's that they take so much more time than you actually have to spend on it. Like, you can be like, but I'm the greatest scientist in the world. Well, it still takes the greatest scientist in the world years to develop even the most basic medical advances.
Yep, I got you.
So,
I'll settle for mildly uncomfortable and incurable.
it's all a matter of time. It can be immediately incurable. It's not easily curable. How's that?
Done.
How's your belly feel? Uppercut.
I mean, it's not going to be curable because he's probably going to be dead at the end of the session.
That's true. But I'm going to make sure we smear this all over everybody, so if they get eaten, he gets infected.
Oh, internal Hutt foot.
Yeah.
Hutt tongue.
This is jock itch.
He will never forget you.
Oh man. Okay. So is this an aerosol that you're just spraying all over everything?
Salve.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you tell everybody, you tell everyone it's like Hutt suntan lotion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Hutt repellent.
What's it smell like?
Ass.
You want to rub this on everybody?
No, I want them to rub it on everybody.
He's like, no, that
Fucking rubbing this
he's
shit
like,
on me.
he's like, no, that'd be gross. Rub it on yourself.
You said there's ships showing up on sensors?
Yep. There's a ship on long range sensors. It's a M12 multi-role starfighter. And it is staying at a pretty respectful distance, and it is like giving you a generic "I'm here" hail, using a generic code.
I don't recognize it though.
You could recognize it. You know people who use this class of ship. However, it's not broadcasting a IFF, so. It'd have to get real close for you to run any type of like signature scans on the engines.
Okay, so what can I do at such a long range?
Well, you can answer the phone ringing, or you can try to power everything down and stay stealthy and pretend like you're not there. Or you can fly out there and assume they're hostile and shoot them in the face, or you can do nothing.
I'll pick up the phone.
Okay. So, what do you say when you pick up the phone?
Ben's meat shack. You kill him, we grill him.
It's pepperonis.
Pepperonis.
No, pepperonis.
So I'm glad to hear that nothing has changed on that end. You hear the voice of, it's a familiar voice, like you recognize it, but you're having trouble remembering who it is. That Payne's not, he's a droid. He instantly recognizes it as the voice of the Kraken.
Nice.
But you don't have to say that.
Did that guy sell us out, or he was the one that was good?
He was put in a bad situation. He was the one that, like, you guys showed up at the Imperial fleet, and Gimba was like, I sign your contract and I'm telling you to leave. And he was like, I can't kill them all, so I'm going to have to leave. But he called you later to be like, that was shitty and it wasn't my choice and I didn't know. So you have grounds to go either way on that. You could be mad because he did leave. But he also, like, he was in a bad situation and he couldn't have possibly won that fight.
I would tell the captain who that is.
That voice sounds familiar, though. Like,
It's the Kraken.
oh, the pilot. Hold on, I'm trying to remember.
He's a pilot bounty hunter.
We dealt with him when we were doing a job for Gimba, and then it went horribly south, and you all got captured, and I had to save you all.
He was the fighter cover for the stealing the Tabana gas platform.
Yeah, remember?
That was a long ass time ago.
It was.
It was like yesterday for me, Captain.
You got lots of RAM in there, man.
RAM doesn't support that kind of memory, Captain. You're thinking RAM is your short-term memory, which I also do. I do have a lot. That's accurate. I do have a lot of that, but
Well,
you're
got a 50% quota, Gator would say. Is he's like, I live here now.
I have less RAM than you.
So, Kraken, why are you in the neighborhood?
Well, I ran into some Hutt friends of mine who asked if I wanted to take a shot at Gimba. And I said, yeah. And then I showed up here, and lo and behold, some of the informants they sent here told me they had seen you here. And I figure if you're here, you're probably trying to kill Gimba. So I thought maybe we could pool our resources.
There are others in on this, though, too?
They said
Yes.
they said they already
Yes.
talked to you.
yes, Captain. The informants that were here last week, also like yesterday to me. They told us where to find Gimba, they said, "Don't fuck it up."
And then we started planning on taking over a lava base.
Yeah, you were like, "Nope," and went to a lava base where we almost got killed.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Your memory. You've been doing a lot of the Macron herb, Captain. I told you that's a mind altering drug. That affects your memory.
I just need the exposition. All right, like it's not that my memory is that terrible.
Y'all know your mic's open, right? The Kraken says over the comm.
Yeah. I'm aware. I'm hoping someday someone will hear this and realize that I need help.
Memorape's always ready for you. I think we should pool resources.
Yeah, I agree. We could absolutely go in on this with all the help that we can get.
Are you looking to collect that bounty?
I am looking to collect the bounty, yes. I am partially in it because of, well, frankly, he screwed me over. And you may have noticed that I'm not flying the promised TIE Defender that he was supposed to provide as part of my payment. Turns out he's a shitbag.
That's a shocker. We had no idea that he was a shitbag.
Right?
If
That
you'd
was
been here,
That was sarcasm, Captain. I know he's a shitbag.
if you would have been here a couple of weeks ago, we would have given you a TIE Defender.
No, he wouldn't have.
You could have bought it. Oh wait, what are we doing with those? We just give away ships now. Got it. I
He
remember.
gave it to the Resistance because the captain is a generous and wonderful man.
They needed it more than we did. Anyway, you want to come aboard? Maybe talk this out. What's figure out what the plan is here?
Yeah, if you're okay with me approaching and you've got space for me to dock.
Yeah, sure thing. We could do this.
All right, where do you want him?
Payne, are you on the asteroid or are you on the ship?
I was doing research. I think I could do research in either spot, so it doesn't matter.
Somebody just needs to say what's crack-a-lackin' when he shows up.
I think that's you, Captain. It's that you are the one that makes the terrible, awful, awkward puns. Mr. Waz is more professional than that, and I, of course, don't make puns.
You're getting real good with your sarcasm.
Yeah, I heard that.
I've been working on it.
The sarcasm was pretty good.
Thank
Initiating sarcasm routine.
I didn't say that, did I? I don't remember saying that when I initiated the routine. I turned that notification off.
It's good. It helps. He went to the asteroid ship, not the not our ship, Captain. You gonna take the leapfrog and meet him down there?
Yeah, that's what we'll have to do.
I can be at my base then, and I can come out. I would like to walk up to him and be like the captain said, "What's crack-a-lackin'?"
The captain formally greets you with a "What is crack-a-lacking?"
Yeah, that. I don't see my token.
It's the biggest one.
I found it. It was turned sideways.
So, Kraken comes off the his gunboat, and he's like, "All right, so what's the plan?" He also kind of leans a little bit past Dex to look at Vamp, and it's like, "Wow, nice."
She'll kill you.
Yeah, best ones always will.
Right? So the plan is a good one.
We're gonna kill him.
Yeah, that's the end goal.
I have developed this salve that will make him uncomfortable if he eats one of us. Make sure you spread this all over your body.
How about I not get eaten? That's
Obviously, that's what you don't want to do, but if you do, we would like him to be very uncomfortable. Huts are immune to just about everything, except this. You make him really itchy.
I hear they're violently allergic to gunfire.
I'm pretty sure there's been a Hut or two that would actually argue that, but yes, I've heard that.
I've heard a Verpin Shatter Rifle would be really good.
Kraken's gonna like thumb back at his fighter and be like, if I can shoot him with that, I'm pretty sure it'll do the job.
Yeah, you talking about the Starfighter?
Yeah, that's how I usually do shit. I'm not the get down, like I'm the kind of bounty hunter that doesn't usually actually get down in the weeds with the targets. I wait for them to get into a vehicle, and then I turn that vehicle into small pieces.
How do you
Okay.
collect their body?
Yeah, because
I just record, and then I get droids to pick bits out of the wreckage for me.
DNA check, huh?
Yeah. Every once in a while, I use ion cannons and take them in alive, but it usually involves some negotiation where, like, I'm holding one of these blaster cannons on them, and I'm like, you can come in alive or add a vial.
Okay, so recap. What do we know here? We know that he's on his ship, and we know where that ship is.
Yes. You know that Gemba has formed a small alliance. He's trying to become a popular figure and a leader in this sector. He has a Maleficent class Clone Wars era frigate that he has converted into his personal palace. He has a small contingent of Klatooinians and a shit ton of various types of droids, some of which are pretty advanced and some of which are old Clone War pieces of crap. And every once in a while, you've seen some Trandoshans working with him, but mainly against him. So there's probably some Trandoshan and rivalry going on there.
While that whole conversation was happening, Waz has now leaned against the Drac. Said, our plan was to shoot him with this quote-unquote torpedo and be inside his ship.
That is a starship, not a torpedo.
Kraken's going to look at it and be like, that's not the most terrible plan I've ever heard. You're going to need some cover getting in there. Which I can help with, depending on how much they have. Do we know what their fighter cover's like?
We knew that they had a guy with a bunch of advanced highs that was with the Empire. The fact that Gimba isn't working with the Empire anymore means that he probably doesn't have access to those. I bet you it's just a bunch of uglies, but that's just me taking a wild guess.
Well,
We could do some recon and find out real quick.
They dropped a thing.
I mean, I'm not opposed to the idea, but how do you want to do that? How would that go down on a reconning a starship? Now,
Well, we know-
now the Drock is leaning on Waz. That is unfortunate for poor Waz.
I'm just standing there, just on my foot. There's a lone tear drops down my face.
You just lean on the spike thing, and the whole thing starts to roll and just crushes him.
I would just walk over, get a DNA sample, and leave.
Come back 10 minutes later with the new Waz with a funny accent.
Yep.
Hi, my name
smells
is Kevin. I mean
terrible.
Waz.
You
I mean,
guys should
Kraken, you could
all-
provide a distraction too. I mean, the cover is great, but a distraction while we come in from a different direction in the Drock is also good.
Yeah. Also, how's the Drock getting there?
It flies through space.
It doesn't fly through hyperspace.
Yeah, we need to drop the Proto Shadow in. We might just go. We might. There's so many ways. Well, the Proto Shadow could exist. We've got a couple other crew that might be able to fly. We don't have any other fighters.
We had a sweet Gungan gunship.
Did you say Gungan gunship?
Was it not Gungan?
That's the Kraken looking at Payne, raising an eyebrow. You can't see it through his helmet, but he's like, Gungan gunship? What is a Gungan gunship?
I don't know. It's what they called it. It was a big ship. It had a lot of guns, and somebody crashed it into a lava.
Somebody successfully drove it through a lava tunnel.
It's not successful if you crash at the end.
Also not Gungan.
Also, was lots of fun.
It was, though. Now you know what you want for your next party ship.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so I think the best way to get some recon is to like throw a huge party. I had a Toydarian guy.
Can his ship go into hyperspace?
Yes.
We can't just tag along with him and he make the jump?
It's gonna be a lone starfighter versus a frigate.
I mean, that's not outside the realm of possibility. That's a very dangerous maneuver with the ships, because the ships are mass-wise very similar in size. So his hyperdrive isn't really meant to do that. It doesn't mean it can't.
We can still... Okay, sorry. Just to reiterate, we can shoot the Drock out of the Proto Shadow? Or, like, launch it? Okay.
Yeah. It launches just like a starfighter. It performs just like a starfighter up until the point that it performs like a spear. It's got gun turrets and everything.
So if we just jump out of hyperspace with the Proto Shadow, say, "Hey Gimba, you remember us?" And then shoot a torpedo at him, and you stick around with the starfighter. So we got Proto Shadow versus Gimba's big ship for a couple of rounds. Proto Shadow could zip off whenever it wants to zip off. And once we're on board their ship, then we wreak havoc. And if they shoot him out of an escape pod, you can get him.
So we're back to the original question I had of, we don't know what their fighter cover's like, or what type of weapons the frigate's mounting. And that's when you guys said you were going to do recon, and then we skipped over that recon step again, and then came back to the, we're just going to shoot this Drock at it. So I get the impression you guys really want to launch the Drock at the ship, and I'm not opposed to that idea. It's a good idea. It's the, can I hang around outside without getting killed, which is really important from my admittedly selfish perspective.
Or you come with.
I'm not real good in an onboard fight.
Neither is Baz or Captain, but they do it. You should see them. They flail and struggle. I have to fix them, bring them back up. I was almost thought I was going to have to clone one of them a couple times, but they always survive.
Would it make sense for me to stay in the Proto Shadow and shoot at the frigate? Or at Gimba's ship?
No.
It's not a fair fight. I'm not saying you wouldn't be more effective than the NPCs. I don't think in the end of the day it would matter, though, as the frigate mounts so many weapons that the card says many. See the description in the core rulebook of the ship.
So we need to reach out to one of our rebel buddies.
I, first and foremost, resistance.
The new... Oh no. The resistance, yes.
Not
That's
the
who we have
If you
friends with.
keep calling them new rebels, I'm going to start flipping dark side tokens. Had it. So the Kraken's going to be like, all right, you guys are confusing me quite a bit here. The news feeds I read coming in said that they're in all kinds of, the resistance is on all kinds of disarray. The New Republic has a strike force here that apparently already had an advance force, which, I mean, it's occupied and probably not going to be super interested in running Gimba down because they're, fighting for their lives and all that jazz. Resistance is fighting amongst themselves because some of them want to join the New Republic and some of them are feeling rather betrayed and manipulated by the New Republic. I don't think you have friends to call on. I think that's a misconception on your part.
We made some friends. It was this guy with a giant hammer and his weird droid friend that were just they got us out of prison. They God, they wrecked an entire prison area. Pretty much killed everything.
Yeah, you're talking about the other bounty hunters of this sector. That's Gavel and Igor, and they've left. They're gonna catch that poor bastard one day,
Yeah, they is.
but they're not here anymore.
Hold on, I gotta go AFK for a second.
Then we can take a quick break. I gotta use a restroom anyway.
All right, I'm back. David,
Yeah,
what are we supposed to be doing here?
I have no idea.
He wants us to recon the ship.
All right, with the proto shadow though, right?
Or the leapfrog.
I have no idea. I'm a doctor who punches things to death.
Or somehow cause them to have a giant party on board.
Oh yeah, that too. That wasn't me. Probably. Although, that's not a bad idea. What if I made a virus that affected their henchmen?
Just made like an ultra potent alcohol.
I wonder if we could use the
Some of
Hutts.
that blue juice. That
No. What if we use the Hutts to cure the Kratos virus?
Oh, because
they're-
they can't get sick.
Right, which means they should have antibodies.
Yeah,
Who,
they've
what,
got an
where,
immune
why?
system that could do it.
Yeah, could we use the Hutts to cure the Kratos virus?
At this point in time, it's actually already so it was already cured even before. It just takes a shit ton of Bacta. But at this point, it's more or less done. You guys have been in this nebula for half a year now, all in all. So that crisis is past. Shit has happened in the main larger galaxy that you're not even aware of, but it's not really a thing at the moment.
So what you're saying is people wore masks and got their shots and it went away.
Something like that, yes.
full body exosuits.
Back to spray. People just replaced air with Bacta, and suddenly it went away.
Yeah, our new plan we came up with was we're going to figure out where the Clatunians like to party, and try to sell them some ultra alcoholic explosive stuff, and encourage them to talk and chat with us whilst inebriated.
So what I'm hearing is that Raccoon, who's just joined, is going to be making some of his explosive moonshine.
Yes, I can do that.
Interesting. Now would be a really good time for Ranather to show up.
Question. So we know that the Hutts are pretty much immune to everything. What about their henchmen, the Clatunians?
They're not.
Do I have any viruses on file that would, fuck them up real bad? Maybe turn them into party flesh-eating monsters?
You'd need resources to gather it, but yeah, there's a wide array of diseases that affect Clatunians just like any other species. They're dogs, so you can give them mange.
I was thinking rabies. How awesome would rabies be?
Kennel cough.
I've never heard of that one. I don't have
What did you
dogs,
call it?
though.
Yeah, it's a dog thing.
Okay. You're thinking rabies.
Yeah. Rabies. No side effects at all that I can foresee.
Everybody gets a shotgun.
Do you have a... While they're doing the bar thing, can I do a long-range scan using the Proto Shadow?
You want to try to stalk the frigate with the
Yeah, I
Proto-Shadow?
do. Yes.
Okay. Let me do some quick stat checking in the rule book. Surely I have that rule book in front of me. No, I don't. I'll be right back.
How's everybody's day going?
It's been pretty good.
All right. You guys are in a Mobec medium transport. And they're in a Maleficent class frigate. I suspect the frigate's going to have better sensors by a pretty significant margin, but I don't know for sure.
Do you have a card for the Proto Shadow? I don't know what happened to it.
You have a character sheet for the Proto-Shadow. It's not a card. It's on your table. Should be on your table unless you've moved it or bagged it or something when we were in the last session. It's right here to the right on the corner.
Was it up entirely with random things he could put in his weapons locker but doesn't?
Yeah. I swear next campaign I'm going to do something different that forces you guys to sort it out a little bit better. Here we go. Okay, so it's not the Lucille. There it is. Alright, so what is the sensor range on the Proto-Shadow?
That's what I've been trying to find.
Because the sensor range on this frigate
Short.
is long. So it will see you 2 Starship range bands before you see it.
Shit. Nuggets. See, that was the problem. That's why I didn't do the Leapfrog, because I saw the card for the Leapfrog. So I was hoping the Proto Shadow had longer range. Now that I've confirmed that it doesn't, that's too late. I'm already doing it.
Is this one where I can, since I showed up late, can I somehow find a way to jerry-rig and try to make our sensors longer range, or is that outside of my abilities?
That's definitely going to be outside of your abilities for that kind of distance. If you just needed a little bit of a squeeze, I'd let you do something, but I mean, it's like the difference between a fishing trawler's level of sensors and a United States Navy frigate's level of sensors. Like, that's the difference between these two ships. So you could put a deck gun on a fishing trawler, which is what you guys have in essence done on the Proto Shadow, but it doesn't make it a combat ship.
Fair enough. I tried.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons when he was earlier saying, before you got here, he was like, should I take the Proto Shadow and attack the frigate? And I was like, it's not really a fair fight. Although this core rulebook, page 77 of the Starships and Speeders, page 77 of Rise of the Separatist, if you guys have that book, has the complete list of weapons that the ship would normally have come with. Because this is a converted palace ship, I'm going to count it as having half of everything on these stats. So, is the best plan we've come up with the let's go do a party?
That's one plan. Another plan I'm just coming up with right now is we've got a giant grav gun. It's a real thing. We could throw asteroids at it from long range. It takes a hell of a astrogation check.
Kizik is trying to spend all your light side points on things that aggravate the GM. Just gonna throw that out there. called a tractor beam. It's a very standardized sci-fi term.
Oh, that's what he's talking about.
Yes. Like, it's not even called different things in other sci-fi universes. It's not even like it's specific to Star Wars.
The thing that shoots gravity out of a gun like hole.
It does not shoot gravity. We're not getting into how it works.
He can actually shoot gravity. That's not even a thing.
We're not getting into how it works. It's just that's not a thing.
Listen, if you've got to take someone down, don't do me if he's doing that.
Been practicing my spinning kicks on this little astromech droid.
You're practicing attacking your secondary character with your primary character because you know that's who you're playing if Waz dies, right? Because I have a character sheet and everything, and it's the right XP, so your characters can die. I've got 3 backup characters at the right XP to hand out. Danger zone. The only person here who probably isn't sweating it is David.
Just because I know when to not say things.
Alright, so the scans with the Proto Shadow, that's not going to work.
It's not going to work, most likely. I mean, I'm not saying you couldn't sneak in. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just that you are at a severe disadvantage, and you would need to come up with a creative way to overcome that. So what you would need to do is you'd have to find an excuse to get close enough to the ship, because it's going to see you before you see them. But you are a freighter. So you might be able to bluff your way in there. You might be able to like power everything down and ballistically fly past, and then at the last second be like, "Hi, I'm here," and then jump away. There's things you could do, but they're all high risk kind of things. Because the frigate, even with half of the guns that it used to carry, is still going to outgun in order of magnitude the freighter.
How about we use our tractor beam to hold a asteroid in front of us and use that as like a shield, and we just float ballistically towards it.
We need like a small moon to do that?
I mean, you need a very large asteroid, but you do have a very large tractor beam. That's not a terrible plan if you don't mind giving up the element of surprise. Like, they're going to see you coming because you're going to have that tractor beam powered, which is like lighting up a flare. But they can't shoot through a large asteroid immediately. They can eventually put enough bullets in it to make it break up. That's a thing. But it'd take it a minute. They also are a starship, not a space station, so remember that they can move.
And I wouldn't be able to see because I've got a big-ass fucking asteroid in front of me.
Well, it's not just that. Imagine now they've moved to the side, and you've got all this momentum and inertia going in one direction. And you now need to turn that massive asteroid.
True.
But it's not a terrible idea. On a smaller scale, say for instance, throwing a much smaller asteroid from a really, really, really long ways away, and then flying behind it in, say, I don't know, a Drock fighter with maybe a starfighter for cover, might not be a bad approach, but that's going to come back. For the Kraken's heartache is always going to be, hey, can we find out how many fighters there are? And he has hyperdrives, so you could just say, no, we're just going to wing it. And if things get too hairy, he'll just leave.
What sensor range does he have?
Medium, I think. Hold on. Let's check. Might be short. Most starfighters are short.
I mean, he could jump in and look and jump out, too.
He could. And that's what I thought you were going to say very, very, very first. And none of you guys said that, so I kind of thought you guys already realized that what I was getting at when he first said, hey, it's a starship, is if he drops in and he looks and then he leaves, it's a very high probability that they're just going to leave because it's a starship and it moves. Yeah, he's got short sensor range.
Yeah.
Alright, so question. Could we launch like a small field of asteroids and then get a big asteroid and follow that in? So we're like a big moving field of asteroids?
Yeah, you can do that.
Like, that would at least look less like we're a ship. I don't know.
Yeah, they also might say, "Holy crap! There's a bunch of asteroids coming for us. Let's go somewhere else."
We'd have to go straight at them.
Just have to be amongst the asteroids.
Yeah. And then we launch a little drock and boom, bam.
I like the plan. Let's try it.
Which
So
plan?
we'll need the asteroid thing. So we'll have
Okay.
the proto shadow long ways off. We'll need an R2 to help with the astrogation checks, but then we can shoot these asteroids kind of near this frigate, and we're gonna follow along the asteroids like we're all trash floating through space.
Okay, this is just to do reconnaissance, or is this for the attack?
I think this is for the attack. I think we should just fucking go for it.
So Vamp's going to raise her hand and be like, I really liked the party idea.
I think you should do that. But like this asteroid thing should be. I mean, how long is this alcohol party thing gonna take?
You have to you have to find out where they like to party. You have to work out what poison and shit you're going to get. Payne has to source it and then synthesize it. I mean, this could take all night metagame wise.
That would subtract a large amount of bodies on the ship, though, wouldn't it?
It could, absolutely. Especially if he successfully gives them something like rabies.
I would like to start working on that.
We're gonna have to go pick up a raccoon or something. With
Yeah, I
rabies.
was about to say you need materials to work with. You know what you want to do. You just have to go source it.
There's a dumpster behind Arby's.
Hey,
So-
hey Chris. Chris,
yeah.
I have a question. You know how I have some of that chimeric DNA?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you mix that with the rabies virus?
I don't know. I'll have to give that a think, but nothing good. Well, I mean, nothing good for them.
And it's probably not good for us either, but that's okay.
Oh, your character's not going to catch it.
I know.
I still have that biosuit from the earlier mission somewhere, right?
As far as I know, you're still wearing it.
The captain gave me permission to work on this virus. I will do my best job ever.
I forgot to upload your new character sheet. I'm sorry.
It should be fine. I just need to remember.
Yeah, just go ahead and open it up and use it on the side. Just remember it's there.
Okay, yeah, I gotta remember. It is
Alright.
a slightly better soak with this new, the flame resistant coveralls.
So what I'm thinking here is that you've got a hunting mission to get a rabid animal of some variety that's compatible with a canine that Payne needs to go on. You've got a cruise style mission where you need some people to go find out about the Clatoonians and where they like to party, and then go party with them and do a little bit of infiltration and espionage work.
Ooh, dibs.
And it sounds like you might also need to do some reconnaissance if you're going to do it for the spying on the Maleficent. Although that last part, it doesn't sound like you have a solid plan for that.
So, don't I just need genetic material? I don't actually need the actual virus. I would have a record of it.
So you can't just snap your fingers and make viruses. You need something to start with. So you need a sample of the virus to replicate the virus. You can't just print it like you can a limb. That's not accidental. That's just the way the Star Wars stuff works. There's a whole book that's really good for this that I really wish you guys had read, because this follows so closely to one of the books that I read. I mean, it'd be really good. But basically, there's two ways you can go about doing it. I picked the easier way, which is you go down to the planet, you find a problem report from one of the towns of a rabid animal that's close to a canine. You go grab that thing and then try to manipulate its sickness for your purposes. Alternately, you could do a heist here. You could find the Planetary Center for Disease Control and Mission Impossible that shit and grab a vial of the actual virus that you want from their database already made. Because they're going to have samples of all the common horrible viruses there.
I mean, the CDC sounds great as a heist. It's a government facility, so it's like super easy to get into.
Yeah. They have the best security.
Payne's really good at filling out that paperwork too.
That's true. I haven't filled out paperwork in forever.
This is our request to steal this virus. This is our request to blow up this door.
Okay. So is that the way you guys want to go?
I want to party with some dog people.
Well, I mean,
You'd
you'd still have to do that because you're gonna have someone's got to give them the virus.
You're going to want to get out of there pretty quick, though. Like, otherwise, you're not going to be partying with them. That you're going to be part of that death scene I put together.
You know, you could also work in a time delay so they have time to get back home.
I could, yeah. Oh, that's a good point. I probably should. I'll give it some thought.
All right, so first thing you guys need to do is you need to find the planetary viral lab. Who's got some hacking skills and wants to go hack a planetary satellite?
I know that Waz has a
Well, you took my data pad the other time.
I do still have the data pad and the data spike. Sounds like that's something I'm doing then.
Oh no, I took them because you weren't here one time.
One time.
I'm not always here. It's fine. We're gonna have this weird fight over who's gonna do the actual hacking and who's gonna use the data pad and data spike.
Yeah, I think we're like in a small shuttle together. We're in the Leapfrog, we're about to do a spacewalk. And both of our hands touch it, and you're like, no, that's mine. I'm like, no, that. And I look at you.
Get out? No?
And I,
That's weird. I mean, I would have thought that was weird.
I couldn't hear you.
Good thing.
all right.
There was kissing and making out. It was not worth it.
Ah. Their hands touched. They had that romantic moment. Music started playing. There was some light jizz.
Why is there tension between their characters?
There's always sexual tension between the characters.
Wow.
Don't you remember Remy and the Wookiee?
Yeah, what the hell?
That was
Zach, if I was you, I would be worried.
Yeah. After hearing all this, it's like you know you can go ahead and you do this.
You keep it. I'm gonna get out of here before the light jizz starts flowing.
Yeah, you prove me wrong. You prove me how good of a hacker you are. Go for it. Go for it, Remy. Or go for
Remy.
Wes.
We have thrown Zach a loop.
Yep.
He's like looking back and seeing everything from a different lens.
Yeah.
His whole life flashing before his eyes.
You got it, Waz. You can hack it.
so. Then you hear like a knocking on the window of the Leapfrog, and I said, no. Oh, how about you hop out here? Let me keep that steady for you. Then he doesn't answer, so then I push off of it and go hack a cam satellite. It's too hard. Words are tough.
Okay. So, these comm satellites are notoriously finicky. This one is less defended than the Imperial satellites, though, so you're going to have that going for you. Roll me some sort of check to bypass the physical security. You can choose between mechanics or skullduggery to disarm the physical lock. And it's going to be a 2 purple check. Okay. You flip the access panels open. There's a regular maintenance port. You plug in. Now, you're scanning the local holonet. You have a couple choices here. You can just gain access and do a regular slicing check, tap in, get the information you want, and leave. Or you can try to tap this thing in with an extra laser comm. You notice that it's got some unused nodes, and you could give yourself a holonet uplink back at the asteroid base.
I would like to do that.
Okay. So we're going to do an upgraded entry check for this thing. It's got 2 defensive programs. I don't know if you have spikes or if your slicing kit removes defensive programs, but they would be 2 blacks if you don't.
I have 1 data spike.
1 data spike is enough to get bypass 2 defensive programs. So it would be 1 red, 1 purple.
Overcome them and say, hey, hey, Randall.
Yeah.
What are those? What is my bypass root security? How do I get that? Is that SU or SO or SUDO or? It's not Windows. Can you give me a little boost?
Yeah, I thought you had this, but sure. What help do you need?
I just need you to tell me if it's SU or SODO.
SUDO.
What he really wants is a blue dice.
Yeah. Don't worry, I gave him nothing with the blue dice.
It turns out Randall doesn't know either, and he's a Windows admin. That's why you can't hack into shit. But shh. Yeah. So you end up burning out that node, and the satellite is kind of drifting, and it's like losing attitude control because you rolled threat, and that's going to make things really difficult. You pretty much have 2 options for getting the intelligence now. One is to fly all the way to the planet and ping their actual network and, get the info. The other is to try to ask someone else or use your intelligence contacts to try to get the info. But that satellite ain't going to do it.
Is there like a 411 on the planet?
Yeah, if you fly to the planet. That's what I was talking about, flying to the planet. Like, if you go there, you can access their directory. They're going to know you're there. They're going to log the ship. You're going to be in the system. It's not a stealthy approach.
What other planets are near us?
There are none that are civilized like this. There's only one civilized planet.
Okay. No, I was looking at like the other option too. Like if we just went and found a rabbit animal and worked from there.
Oh, you can do that too. That also involves flying to the planet. Although you can be a little bit more stealthy that way because you don't have to like phone up their operator and be like, "Hey, where's the Center for Disease Control?" No reason in particular. I just want to know where you keep your super secret lab stuff because that's not sketchy.
I mean, Payne actually has a doctorate. He can go down as a virologist and say that he is there to get something from the CDC.
No.
No?
No, he does not have a doctorate. All right. Like, he's a fucking medical droid. If he showed up in a hospital, they'd be like, scrap it, it's broken.
Oh, I thought like he could use, pull data and shit.
No. I was pretty sure that wasn't the case. Essentially what happened is I'd show up, I'd make the claims like the captain told me to. They'd react exactly as the GM said they would, and I'd have to murder everyone there. And the end result would be that you couldn't live with yourself and would possibly kill yourself over all the children I murdered.
Right. All right, I think we should find like an old dumpster behind a pizza place, find a raccoon with rabies, maybe slap it against the wall, put it in a blender, mix it up, and get the virus.
That is not how that works, but I appreciate your enthusiasm, Captain.
Look, I'm like halfway there already, so...
I got you.
He's like, everybody in the van, we're going.
Yeah, let's fucking do this. I wanted to kill that worm tonight.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. It does need to be a canine-ish critter.
So not a raccoon.
I think a dog would be a better option.
All right. Which ship are you guys going to take? The Proto Shadow? Leapfrog? If you take the Proto Shadow or the... Not everyone can fit in his ship. If you take the Proto Shadow, you guys can be there like now. If you take the Leapfrog, it's like an 8-hour journey in the
Yeah, we're
tight
gonna
confines.
We're gonna take the proto shadow.
You guys don't want to hang out for 8 hours? I've got some.
It is super confined space.
Yeah, this is
I've
my
got-
pride and joy. We're just gonna fly this thing. This is
I've got
this
some
ship.
comedic routines I've been working on. I really wanted to run them by you guys.
Yeah, go ahead and give me your Type 5.
What?
Your Type 5
I
comedy routine.
need prep time, Captain. You can't just provide comedy on command.
If you've been practicing your lines,
What lines? That's not how do you know how comedy works, Captain? I've done a lot of research on it.
okay. So most people like memorize a Type 5 routine, like a 5-minute routine,
What do you mean
and
most?
like most comedians,
How do you
stand-up
know this?
comedians.
You know a lot of comedians?
No, I've looked into it.
That's pretty good. That's a solid fucking answer. Backup job.
Yeah, right.
You too.
I mean, like if I can't make it as a pilot, I figure I'm gonna go maybe into acting, maybe do some podcast stuff. I don't know. I think I'm a dead ringer for that guy, Diesel Vin Diesel, that guy.
I think you meant Ben Wiesel.
Finn Diesel, right?
Den Wiesel.
Den Diesel, yeah,
Yeah.
a dead ringer for him.
All right.
He's not very funny, Captain.
He's not. But
actually, he's not amusing at all. I've watched him several times, although I don't find anyone amusing. So I guess could be me.
Proto Shadow jumps into orbit. Someone forges you some quick credentials. You've got a transponder code that's clean. Because you've got that flipping transponder. But you need like a fake name and some credentials to throw into it.
We're the photo shadow? We're the photo shadow.
Okay. And
That's terrible. Come on, man.
Come on,
No,
man.
no, you gotta stick with it now. It's already been said.
hold on. Datapad right here on this thing right here. I want ship name, I want captain name, I want cargo and destination. And that's what you're transmitting to the Port Authority to see if whether or not they send somebody up to do a customs inspection.
Here's your Type 5, Vin Diesel.
And the photo shadow.
Going with that?
I mean, I was about to say somebody's renamed the thing, but they haven't actually typed on the thing.
You could call it the Fast and the Furious.
I tried. It won't let me type on there. I don't know why.
Probably just not trying hard enough.
I mean, I tried.
And it's working for me.
There it goes.
You got to click on it and then type. And you can't all be doing it at once because it'll only service one person at a time.
Maybe that's why it wouldn't work. Somebody else type it.
So we're
Randall is typing it.
So we're letting Randall
Yep.
do this. Okay.
Yeah, the ship is now called the Photo Light.
The photo shadow.
And here
Photo
I
shadow,
thought
photo
that Payne
light.
wanted to fill out some paperwork.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought Payne was going to do it too.
we can let Payne. I'll
I didn't even get a chance to touch it. 3 people were already on it. I'm good.
All right, our cargo is just light personnel.
Bacta. Just say we have Bacta. We literally have 3 tanks of Bacta.
There you go. Okay.
You're welcome, Captain.
They're going to want to inspect that or steal it for themselves. It's super rare.
They can inspect it.
You can just say medical supplies.
Also
Okay,
super rare.
we going with back to medical supplies, or are you saying
Yeah.
we have a bunch of cleaning droids?
We do have a bunch of cleaning droids.
God, I love fucking tabletop. It's not the dungeon, it's the door that gets you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And are we sticking with Thin Diesel or
Yeah, Thin Diesel.
Photo light. Trying to remember any of the actual cars' names on Fast and the Furious, but I can only remember Eleanor, which was gone in 60 seconds.
It's okay because none of us actually watched all of them.
Bullshit.
All of them. There's like 8 of them now.
I watched them all.
There's 10.
I've watched 3 twice. It was awful.
It was the Supra that was in the first one that was good. We could just be the photo.
I mean,
Supra.
I think everyone's seen the first one, but no, I don't even think I've seen 2.
2 was good. 3 was awful.
What was Tokyo Drift? That was 3?
Yeah, Tokyo Drift was terrible.
Oh, Bow Wow was in it.
I think, wasn't Gal Gadot in 1 or 2?
It was in 4 and 5, and I think 6. 6 is where they had the 6 is where they had the 38-mile runway.
We're gonna do this, and fucking The Rock is gonna show up. But he's gonna be
no.
the stone.
It's not The Rock.
The boulder.
It's Major Stone.
It's the Mountain, who's already a character in Star Wars, and you don't want to meet him.
Dwayne the Mountain.
It's Bane, the Mountain.
Bane the Mountain Johnson.
Bronson.
Bronson, there you go.
Yeah, Bane Bronson, the Mountain.
Alright, I think we're headed to what's the major city here on the planet?
What's the name of this place? Vinshire.
Vinshire?
Yeah, Vin's going back home to Vinshire.
Vin.
So Vinshire, the
Cargo, destination, captain, and thing. Okay, who wants to press the transmit button? And by press the transmit button, I mean pass a 1 purple deception check or skullduggery check. Either one works to get this through customs.
Charm type check, which we have a guy who's really good at those.
I have 2 yellows and a blue.
Deception.
Don't you have an advantage because you're on your car?
Or skullduggery.
Skullduggery, I have a yellow and a green, and yes, because I'm on my ship.
Get 2 boosts, right? Or is it an upgrade? How's Pride and Joy work?
I'm looking.
Choose 1 starship or vehicle, blah, 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 because of Pride and Joy. He upgrades the ability of all social checks, so your deception is a social check. Your skullduggery is not. While then short range by 1.
So 2 yellows and a blue. This would have been a good time to have the Jawa.
Yeah.
Or last week.
All right. So they're like, all right, Photo Shadow, please pull up to parking orbit Gamma 7, and they send you a set of coordinates. There will be an inspection trawler with you shortly.
10-4.
So you pull up, and a Delta-class Stormtrooper shuttle pulls up, and 4 very, very bored-looking customs officers get off onto the docking area on the airlock. And they're looking for Captain
Diesel.
They're looking for Captain Diesel, Thin Diesel, of the Photo Light.
Captain Diesel nuts.
And they're standing here alone in the airlock waiting for him.
I'm coming.
Can I be the captain?
Anyone can be the captain as long as you got a fake credential. Yep. Looks like Dex got here first. The first one is like, he's looking at his data pen. He's like, Captain Diesel, can you please show us to your cargo hold so we can verify the contents of your manifest? And he looks down. It's medical supplies.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to go ahead and take this elevator.
Mm-hmm. Do you lead him to the cargo bay?
Yep.
And they walk in, and the first thing they're going to notice, like, everything looks completely normal to them. And then there's this grunting Giza thing spray painted on the like, they just stop and look at it. They don't say anything. They just stop and look at it for a second. And they're like, okay, that's weird.
Which one looks to be in charge?
They're all wearing the same rank cylinder, but one of them has been talking to you and holding the data pad with the manifest.
I'm going to try to sleight of hand him a 5,000 Imperial credit.
Really? Okay.
I'm going to try to bribe him.
Okay. All right. Wow.
I can't find my token.
I always move him to the sideboard that looks like space.
It's not there.
So I'm going to try to put this in his hand by palming it, and then I'm going to say, everything look good here?
So I want 2 checks for you. Skullduggery to see if you can do it without anyone else noticing. 1 purple, because they're bored. Well, 2 of them are bored. One of them is paying attention to you. The other has noticed all of the blaster marks all over the inside of the cargo bay. And is fascinated by what was obviously a firefight. But he hasn't said anything. The second check is going to be your negotiate.
I'd like to be just going back between the medical bay and the warehouse, do an inventory.
Okay.
But I can't find my token.
You have a spare one in your tray. I'll just move it over.
Awesome.
There you go.
I can upgrade my negotiation check, though, right?
You absolutely can. I'll also allow you to push this roll if you fail it. The first one is just to see if the other one sees you. Okay, so you do this without being seen. The second one is your negotiate check. With a 5,000, you may upgrade your check 3 times for negotiate. It is a 2 purple check.
Is that right?
What are you starting with?
1 yellow, or 1 add a green instead of it. 3 yellows, 1 green.
Thank you. Fucking fuck! What the hell?
So you slip it into his hand. He looks down at it, and then he like wiggles his fingers like, yeah, keep coming.
All right, I'll give him another one.
Okay. You give him 10,000 credits, and he slips them in his pocket. As soon as I see that other credit, you got pay. There you go. He slips in his pocket, and he's like, "All right, gentlemen, this is an order. Let's go." And the guys like turn around like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, we're done here. Let's get the fuck out." And they
Have a good evening, guys.
They leave. No questions asked.
World's most expensive rabid raccoon.
I mean, that was a pretty expensive bribe right there.
Waited until shit started to go a little south, Captain. 10 grand. I mean, that's an upgrade or 3.
I mean, whatever.
It worked. You didn't trip any alarms. There's no TIE fighters. Just nobody looking for you. You get to you get down on the planet. You could land in the starport if you really wanted to. Although at this point, I imagine you're going to want to skim the holonet for any type of public warnings about rabid animals.
Yeah, somebody do a computer's check.
I'm on it.
Okay, Randall, with your library skill, we're going to say that you can do a simple check. No purples, no reds, whatever. The number of successes you get are the number of hits. The number of advantages you get are the quality of the hit.
Can I help him?
You could have, but he'd already hit the button.
I bet.
Okay. There are
I got the call.
There's 2 potentials.
Damn, one of them's a mastiff.
Well, I was about to say, one of them is in an area you're familiar with and is a guaranteed match because it's the exact same type of rabies that Clatunians are compatible with. And it's already been confirmed.
Guess we're going there.
Let's head there.
Okay. Where do you want to set the proto shadow down? You want to set it down in the valley that it is, or you want to set it down in the starport?
Do we have their? We don't have the truck anymore, do we?
Nope.
We have the leapfrog.
For
Yeah,
10
fuck it.
for 10K, you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want. That custom
land in the
that custom
valley.
guy was like, that ship is good.
That's awesome. We're gonna.
Solid group of Imperial citizens.
Yep, they are patriots to the core.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
they were playing the Imperial anthem when I stepped on board.
Yeah, little Darth Vader
Yeah.
action figures they were waving around
Yeah, the pin up on my wall is now a Vader
in a bikini.
in a bikini. Yeah.
With
Oh, yeah.
all the scarring.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Somebody got sick when they saw it. But they were still like, "That's patriotic as fuck."
It was a '69 model.
That's
Yeah.
what he's
Yeah.
telling everyone anyway.
Yeah, it's gross as fuck, but you know.
All right, I'll land in the valley,
Okay, leapfrog or proto shadow.
in the shadow. We're doing this.
Okay, full proto shadow coming down, and this size is probably roughly accurate.
I do what I want.
10K, yeah, you do what you want. Slinging that money around like a big motherfucker.
Did we change the decal on the outside, or do we just literally go in saying that we're the photo light?
No, you're good. You're good.
It's
I mean,
part of the
I feel like one of the other guys was like, but look at the side of the ship. The other guy's like, no, shut up, Wayne. Get back in the ship.
It clearly says photo light.
All right. So you guys get out. It's the little colony up here at the edge that has most recently spotted it, but it could be anywhere here. Who wants to go on the safari?
I'm out. I'm already out of the ship. I've got my safari hat on.
Can I? Can I get a dog catcher's like pole, and like the garret at the end? You know, the big string thing.
Randall.
Yeah, I think I can make a few of those up. I was gonna make something like that myself.
How many?
Captain, why wouldn't you just let me grab it?
I want to be dressed for the role. I told you I'm trying to be an actor.
One purple check. However many successes is how many you can fabricate between now and you step off the ship.
All right, it's mechanics, right?
Yep. It's going to have ensnare 4 on successful attacks. All right, you can make 2 of them.
I'm gonna step off the ship like I'm the worst dog catcher in the world. All
I mean,
mean
you're in
and
full
sleepy.
riot armor, so you're not the worst.
I'm the bane of good boys everywhere.
It's Master Waz who's like probably compulsively lighting and then unlighting his flamethrower attachment. That's probably the worst.
Shh, Ember, it's okay.
Of course, he's being good.
He named it Ember. It's cute.
My dog's name.
I thought he was talking about dogs.
All right, so you guys step off the ship and immediately hear like people running and yelling and being like, "It's over there!" Like it, just incredible karma. There's one in the woods over here.
Oh shit. Okay.
So you guys can run over there. You can either give me an athletics check to try to just run it down, or you can give me a survival check to stalk it.
Can I use my booster jets to really just run it down?
You
You're
can
gonna
try,
trample it.
but this is a forest. So
I'll just do athletics. I'm good at athletics.
okay, I was about to say, yeah. I mean, check wise, it's much more. It's probably a better idea to run.
I'm going left to flank it, make sure it doesn't get away.
Well, it depends on how many people are doing it is the difficulty. So how many people are trying to run it down? How many people are trying to be sneaky and stalk it?
I'm gonna track it.
Okay. And
I'm running.
And you're running. What about you, Randall?
I was also gonna try to track it.
Okay. So 2 of you break off to try and like cut it off and ambush it, and while the other 2 run behind it. So you've got kind of like a pincer movement going on. So the athletics checks are only going to be 2 purples, and the stalking checks are going to be the same for the survival checks.
1 second to check to make sure I don't have some boosts hidden somewhere.
You just need most of you to succeed.
I succeeded.
Well, has hit a tree, or Pain hit a tree.
Yeah,
no shit. I feel like that.
But
the
with
tree
6
that Payne-
advantages, he just went through the tree.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say hitting the tree really scared the dog and pushed it towards me.
Oh man, I had 5 advantages. I don't know where it is, but I found way at Bane.
Well, so what ends up happening is Randall steps right in front of it, and it startles and jumps back right into Dex's hands, and he's able to snare it. So now Dex and Randall are wrestling this slice hound, which, if you don't know what a slice hound looks like, I can help you with that. Star Wars Slice Hound. Slice Hound? Hound. That's how you spell that. Yeah. And then that and that and yes, I realize I'm overcomplicating this, but I wanna.
I'm Diesel the dog hunter.
There we go. Slice Hound. So I need a grapple check from Dex and Randall.
I'm gonna ride it.
Okay.
You have let's ride, right?
I do.
You can do that as a maneuver.
You say you want to ride it. I'm gonna let you do an animal handling check as a survival check if you'd like. I'm gonna make it against
coordination.
I'm gonna make it against its discipline. Well, you say you want to ride it. I assumed you wanted to tame it. But if you really just want to ride it, then yeah, I can make it coordination. You just stay in the back like a riding bull, and that'll be opposed. Okay, so it's got a 3 brawn. It's got no bonuses to this, so it's a 3 purple difficulty to ride it. Randall, what are you going to do while he's trying to ride this thing?
I'm gonna get out my goo gun and just try to ensnare it.
I thought you had a thing to ensnare it with. You made a stick with a thing.
Oh yeah. I was gonna get that. Yeah, I've got that ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess both Dex and I have those. So
It's a 2 purple melee check.
2 purple melee.
It looks like Dex is riding this motherfucker.
Yeah. Do I hold back on trying to ensnare it when I see Dex just?
Fuck
riding it?
no.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it gives you a boost because
All right.
there's a human on its back and it's a dog.
All right, Dex, you're okay if I try to ensnare this bad boy right now, right?
Yeah, do it.
All right.
Aim for its neck.
Okay. So you do get the ensnare thing around its neck, and you do hold it in place with your 3 threats. Some drool lands on your arm.
Get it off! Get it off!
Can I go and pacify it?
Yes, you can.
Difficulty?
It's ensnared, so it's held in place. So you just need to do a medicine check, unless you were by pacify you mean kill.
No, I was gonna knock it out.
Okay, yeah, just a medicine check. 2 purples.
By pacify, he just grabs the snare and lifts it straight up in the air.
I mean, if he fails
I mean,
this by some
did-
miracle, I'm just going to be like, when he ran through the tree, he broke his needle.
I was going to say pacify by punching it and then dealing it strain damage, but I guess this makes more sense.
Yep, sure does. How would you like to spend your triumph?
Can I want to use it for the virus.
Okay.
I don't know how, but that's what I want.
There's a way to get an exceptionally pure bit of the the virus. Like there's an organ on this thing that stores the virus.
The brain. You jab the needle directly into the base of its brain.
And you take a good sample of, we'll say it's spinal fluid that has a really pure version of this thing's virus. With your 5 successes. Okay, so you pacify the fuck out of this thing. It is out for the count. You could cure it
Well, I have 2 advantages because I get 1 extra advantage for.
I'm going mostly on your successes.
Um,
You have your sample and you could cure this thing.
Yeah, I'll cure it.
Okay. With your 2 advantages, you don't have to, notice that Randall is waving his hand maniacally, going, "Oh my god!" But you don't have to notice. It's like, in a cartoon where you're like really intently doing something, and in the background you see Randall just go from one end of the screen to the other, waving his hand, go, "No!"
Does he have the virus, or is he just panicking for no reason?
I have some drool on me, and I'm very cautious, and I'm assuming that I have the virus on my arm. I'm flipping the fuck out.
What does he have?
He's like, "I just took that environmental suit off."
I need to do a medicine check on him.
If you notice, yes, you just need to do a medicine check on him.
Difficulty?
Just a 2 purple. Yeah, he's cured as fuck. He did have it. So 3 reds said he had it. So, but you can cure it with that. So while you're doing that, everyone else gets a turn, meaning Waz and Dex. This thing's been pacified and cured. You could go deal with the townspeople, or you could just start heading back to the ship. It's up to you.
Do I have a pet doggy now?
You could take it with you if you wanted.
Yeah.
Dex has a pet doggy. Waz is going to come busting out of the trees going, "Oh my goodness, this thing is huge!" Nope. I was chasing pain. My bad. And just slowly walk back to the ship with his head down the entire time.
Working on your comedy routine, huh?
How's that for a type 5, Captain?
You getting better?
It was okay. While you were running around the forest, we caught and pacified, and I have the virus, and I cured Randall.
Where's this thing staying?
Wait, it's still unconscious at this point. So one of you is carrying it.
I'm carrying it unless he doesn't give it to me.
Oh no, I've got it.
Okay. I was gonna make a super dog, but okay.
That's probably why he doesn't want you to have it. Let's just be real here.
Captain, do dogs have morals?
Most dogs are real dogs. Anyway, I don't know about this thing. This is a space dog.
I was hoping for a Rex, but I will settle for a slicer thing.
So you can look it up. It's a Carillion slice hound. I'll throw a link in Wikipedia or in the Discord from Wikipedia for you. And it does have stats in the game too. All right, let's see. Edge of the Empire tabletop text. There we go. Not that.
Oh, they can be domesticated.
Sure can.
Is it the same as a Corellian hound?
The Carillion hound might be the shorthand for it in the generator.
Because the Corellian hound looks like this.
Some were turned into cyborgs in the Imperial installation, Warren, and that's who
It's not that.
It's not the cyborg version, but yes, that's from a game called Star Wars Galaxies, which is amazing. Alrighty, so you guys can go back up to orbit. You're not going to get harassed by customs anymore, so you can...
Oh, good, because we're taking fauna off the planet.
No, you're totally good. You are Imperial patriots. They're happy with you.
Yep, we have our Darth Vader bikini poster. It's part of the Imperial calendar they put out for propaganda.
But you may not want to leave yet because I need some intelligence gathering checks from our local spy.
Who's that?
It's Wes.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. What am I looking for?
It's a 2 red check. You can go about using Streetwise, or you can use any sort of intelligence gathering that you can justify. Like if you want to slice a console, that's fine. If you want to ask around, that's fine. You want to find a Clatoonian who looks like he's in a gang and pull him into a back alley and torture the shit out of him, you can do that too. gather some intelligence, Mr. Spy.
Are we leaving this entirely to
Yeah,
Master
I'm
Waz?
the guy that does it.
It's his specialty. I'm just waiting for him to tell me how it's going to
I
happen.
don't do spy work. I make things really sick, punch them in the face and kill them, or make you guys feel like you're not dying. And clones. I make clones.
So we were at the place before I guess the ship's still on the ground. You guys saw me walking back towards, but I really shipped off and started talking to the townspeople. I was asking around where.
Once you were leaving? Oh, Captain, let's go.
Excellent. So I'm just looking for the people that like to sell the best things and like to and by best things you put that in quotes. So I'm using a little streetwise. I'm asking around, trying to make a couple of deals. Money is flowing from my hands.
How much money? And where is it coming from?
I have like an actual trade card, so that's not actual money, huh?
No, it's not the same thing. Not that you couldn't use it to, hit up an ATM.
Okay. I first went to the ATM to actually get credits.
How many credits are you drawing?
I'm going to stay under the 10,000 and do like 6,000 credits.
And 1,000 credit chunks?
Yep.
Good, because that makes it easy for me. So lag. So here are your 6,000. Take it off your card that you drew in hard currency. Who you giving it to? What are we doing?
I'm going to go to the Ponzi guy because we messed him up once.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, hey, can I buy you a drink? I'm going to hand him 2,000 credits and see if he'll walk into a back room with me. And we're going to drink a lot, and I'm going to ask him about some...
You're going to touch his hand?
I am not going to touch his hand. My hands are going to be above the table at all times. I'm going to say, see, so you're still here. How did that happen, buddy?
He owns a bar, and he's not the exact same Ponzi you dealt with. He's Ponzi's cousin Ponzi, and they're all part of this scheme together. So he has all the business inheritance of the last guy, but the last guy actually died, and he's never met you before. But he appreciates the drinks.
Excellent. Well, if you know the best place to drink some, you and your other Ponzi scheme members, do you have, like, who deals with the most, what are the people called? Dog people?
Clatoonians.
Clatoonians.
Lots of Clatoonians on planet. Lots of them around. And he's like looking your armor up and down real weird. I'm not going to make you roll for it. He's looking for Hutt emblems. He's looking to see if you're part of a particular Hutt clan, because the Clatoonians' entire race is enslaved to the Hutts. So asking about them specifically means you're either an ally or enemy of the Hutts. But he doesn't see any, because I'm assuming you don't have any of those markings on your armor.
Correct.
So he's going to be like, what's it to you, and what are you looking for? I mean, there's lots of Clatoonian packs around.
Well, I don't know if we have the same friend of Bulaman, but I very specifically, I'm going to look him up and down now to see if he has any Hutt markings before saying I'm looking for. Wow, how would I know what kind of Gimba's? I would know Gimba's Hutt clan, right?
He doesn't have he's not part of one of the big ones. So
Remember, we were told at the beginning of the session what Gimba was up to.
Yeah, he's forming his own faction right now. So he has a Garenza tattoo on his left arm. The Garenza faction is the smuggling faction of the Hutts. They
That's not the secret one that Bulaman is part of, right?
That is, actually.
Excellent. Then I'm going to look at his tattoo and say, I too am regarded well
I'm
by.
going to copy this over to your thing so that you have it, because this is information you'd have on a data pad. It's the one on the bottom. But you can keep going if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to take another 1,000 credits and tap his forearm with it and say, do you know the Clatoonians that are joining up with this new Gimba guy?
Ponzi's going to be like, I know of them, yeah.
Can you put me in touch with the Ponzi barkeeper that they frequent the most?
Oh, you want an introduction? And he's gonna that 1,000 credit chip you have in his hand. He's gonna tap that on the counter, not so subtly.
I'm going to tap just another one there right beside it.
Okay, roll me a negotiate check.
You're the best spy.
For all the money you've dropped, it's gonna be 2 purple. You could try Streetwise if it's a better check for you. Could also fit here.
It is very much better.
You can push the roll by dumping. Oh, you've already used all your credits, haven't you?
I still got 2 more.
You dump the rest of your credits and you can push the roll. But if you fail it, you get the feeling that like you're already he's uncomfortable with this arrangement.
Do the 2 give me a boost?
No, if anything, pushing the roll should make it more difficult. Okay. So he's like, that's privileged information, and if you know anything about the Hutts, you shouldn't be trying to get that kind of privileged information from an individual with this tattoo. And he's going to shoo you out.
Say thanks.
Roll perception check, 2 purples. Ooh, no, better yet. Randall, roll me a perception check, 2 purples.
Perception, 2 purples.
Can I roll it too?
I'm doing Randall for a specific reason.
Because he can pass a roll.
Because Randall wouldn't have been involved in the conversation, and you would have. So Randall sees this is not going well. Waz has dropped a bunch of credits, but from the angle, so like Randall's walking around the building, and he's looking in through a window, and he sees that the guy's like, he's got like a blaster underneath the bar pointed at Waz's middle, and he doesn't know. Waz has no idea. Randall also gets a ping on his data pad and picks it up and realizes that there's a Wi-Fi network, and its encryption is so weak that the data pad you have, the slicing gear, is automatically cracked into it. You'd still need to do a slicing check to get the information that Waz is searching for, but you have an opportunity here to maybe slip into the local guy's computer system and maybe download all of his information that Waz is trying to get.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Okay. So, go ahead and give me a... Well, you're already in the outside, so we'll say a 3 purple computers check. We'll just simplify the whole thing down. Holy shit. Okay. So you know everything. You got the whole Ponzi scheme on your data pad. You know the entire clan. You got the whole thing. You know all their contacts. You know where they're going. You know who they deal with. You know where those Clatoonians party. You know what STDs they got. You got it all. It's on your data pad. And Waz comes like all like aggravated out the front door as your data pad beeps as it's downloaded 100%.
What sort of stuff do you get from that guy, Waz?
Oh, that was a waste of time and credits.
Yeah, maybe, maybe not.
Someone's got the salt shaker.
Come on,
Dude,
let's-
get that salt away from me.
come on. I got all the info that we're gonna need. Let's
Come on, I want to kick him in the back just for saying I like that. Where's the ship?
They left you.
We went and picked up those 2 bounty hunters. We're an awesome team now. Up death.
If you did that, I'd have to let the Raccoon and Kizik play as those characters.
Oh man, I call that guy.
That would be so painful.
Igor perceives nothing.
Yeah.
You already got it. That's the main thing.
So I'm gonna try to slice into this stuff as Igor.
I mean, in that case, you have to use your. First, you're gonna have to get it repaired because
Because it got broke.
he got it blown off last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a data spike that attaches to his junk with these 2 little balls on the side.
Yeah, it got blown off.
Yeah.
Blown off.
And he just wails away when it's time to. That's how he hacks things.
So, for simplicity's sake, and because I don't want to switch a bunch of maps up, the mining hub has turned into the local Clatunian bar.
Whoa.
And that is where the current recruitment efforts for the new Valley Free States, which is Gimba's new quote-unquote organization, is taking place. So, oh man, you know what I could do? I bet there's a Cantina Map in here somewhere. I bet I could just jack one of them. Totally got to be one of those, right? What about this one? Yeah, there's a Cantina Map in here. Watch this be like the size of the planet Earth.
And as far as time-wise, have I gone and manufactured a bunch of my homemade hooch and brought it out here?
You have not, and when there's going to be a problem with that initially. So you're out of tab D,
Oh.
and the Jawa guy's been gone for like a while now, a couple weeks, and you haven't heard from him. And since we haven't heard from Ranather tonight, even though he specifically said he was going to be here, that may throw a monkey wrench in your plan.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
Also,
look,
I need a bio
people-
break, so
people make hooch out of toilets. You got this.
Yeah, I'm sure I can figure something out.
I can help you out. We can come up with something that's super deadly. I mean, effective.
Fair enough.
I know where the captain keeps the Corellian whiskey anyway.
Why don't you add it to the cantina's supply?
You're trying to poison everyone? That's a good idea. I'm in.
I mean, you can't really just single out these guys unless you want to put tabs in their drinks specifically.
Totally agree. We'll just poison everyone.
If they take it with ice, maybe we could do it with some ice cubes.
I don't know. A slightly less tragic option would be to buy a large group of people some shots, and the shots that we buy are
I like that idea.
of the more questionable variety.
Yeah.
Look, we get Master Waz to use his image disguise thing to look like a sexy dog girl. And we have him deliver a bunch of drinks, and you know, whatever happens after that happens after that. There'll be no judgments.
I like this idea.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's just say doggy style is on the table.
Scooby don't.
Gooby gonna.
The Scooby snacks too.
Scooby Doo not.
Yeesh.
Instead of Scooby Snacks, it's Scooby Snacks.
So this thing next to the entrance, I'm pretty sure is a place that we have to put our weapons.
I'm back. Welcome. All right, so you guys are going to make hooch with virus in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've gotten a couple bottles of the Captain's Carillion whiskey,
Damn it.
and I'm using I'm helping our resident hooch maker using medical equipment so that we get it really precise.
Have you already drawn those bottles from the supplies, or you need me to do it?
I have not drawn those bottles from the supplies yet, nor did I ask permission.
I knew you weren't going to ask for permission. Let's change the color of these.
I changed the locks.
Go ahead and roll. Oh, you want to do that, huh?
There's now a
How strong-
pain-shaped fist in the hole.
How strong is the lock? Not how strong is the lock. How strong are the hinges, the box itself?
So, okay, so it never had a lock on it before, and now it's just got that little TSA padlock on it.
Oh yeah, no problem. I've got blast knuckles.
Let's first try
So
the
you just
password 1111.
You just destroy the whole thing.
Yes.
The password was 420. Like, it's not hard to guess.
420.
So you've got these two Carillion whiskeys. Roll me a medicine check. Man, is it going to be a yeah? Yeah, might as well use medicine check. If we combine everything together, I could use advantages for the taste factor and successes for how effective it is. And we'll call it a 1 red and 2 purples.
And I'm getting help from
Randall.
yes, Randall. What's your intelligence, Randall?
I am a 5 intelligence.
We will add a green. And I'm going to use a light side point to drop that red to a purple.
Okay. All right. So, the alcohol has killed a bunch of the virus in the whiskey. And Payne's really disappointed with the amount of virus. Like, they're actually going to have to drink a significant amount for you to be sure that their immune system won't overcome it. So that's one complication you're going to have. However, it still tastes like whiskey. You checked it several times before you had Randall try it because you're relatively certain he can't get the Calatunian rabies. And
Yeah, I've already cured him of it.
And curing to Randall, it tastes just like whiskey. You tell Randall he can't get it, and then you do it, and then you cure him again.
I just pat him on the shoulder, and I'm like, this, we did a good job. And while I'm doing it, I'm like poking needles into his, like, one finger is for half of the like to test him. The other finger is to give him the vaccine to fix it. The other finger is to make sure it worked. Like 3 stabs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, what's that hit my shoulder?
Oh, sorry, I have sharp edges. I'm a droid. You didn't have to notice that.
It was a bee.
Hey.
All right, so you've got 2 bottles of this. I'm gonna put in the description tainted.
Should we make more? I mean, is 2 bottles going to be enough?
So you know that once it's contaminated a person, because we included your medical check for it, you got a bunch of advantages. Once it's contaminated a person, once it's contaminated one of them, it will spread. But if too many people have it at the same time, it'll spread faster, which is not actually what you want. The problem is that you need to make sure, and this is where the complicated part comes in. Like, one Clatunian needs to drink at least half of one of these bottles by himself to be sure.
Okay. All right. So we're going to grab another bottle of regular whiskey.
Okay. I want to say you send the captain to get that one, and he's like, "Where the fuck's my whiskey?"
Yeah, I'm like, we're gonna need some whiskey, Captain, and then we'll go to the bar and find us a victim. I mean, yeah, no, victim was accurate. Yeah, make some friends.
All right, who's going?
Oh, I'm going to this bar.
And so I've also got the virus in its standard form too, right? Like I could just inject people with a version of the virus if this goes south.
You do have a version of it. Your chances of getting caught are much higher than what just happened with Randall, as long as you keep that in mind. And if you get caught, this could go downhill very, very, very quickly. Now, granted, the net result of that would probably end up with a bar full of dead Clatoonians, but it also wouldn't accomplish your goal.
I understand. But sometimes these guys pass out. If I see an opportunity,
You're going to make sure their butt hurts. I mean, you're going to give them the virus.
Oh, and what is the effect of adding that other stuff to the mix?
The other stuff?
The Chimera virus.
Oh. Were you doing that this time? I thought we weren't doing that.
I did not do it with these bottles.
It would start rewriting their DNA.
Okay, so it wouldn't actually do what I wanted to do. It'd be like a new super virus. It would just be the same virus.
It would be pretty horrific.
For them.
I'm thinking, I'm thinking it would turn them into dog like hellhounds that are bipedal. Yeah, werewolves. Except for werewolves that when they bite you, you start becoming one of them. Oh no! Wait, that is exactly how werewolves work. Yes, werewolves. That's very accurate description. Yeah.
I would like. Can I have like just a backup syringe of that?
If this is how canonically werewolves get launched into Star Wars,
we're working on it
with a hive mind.
So, go ahead.
No, just viral werewolves would be ridiculous.
All right, let's see. I need to insert the bartender. Oh my god, he's huge.
I mean, if I was really smart, I would just inject it into the Nexus dog.
I can't see the bartender.
You can't see the bartender?
No.
I cannot.
All right, let's throw the bartender away. Let's get another bartender. You make a crappy bartender. Let's make you the bartender.
Yeah.
You can see that one, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
There's a dot there.
I can't see it either.
Oh my.
Damn.
I see C3PO.
Yeah, it's a 3PO.
Yeah, I guess from my check, how much do I know about this particular bar? And I'm coming across the thought of, all right, how do we... Is smuggling and bringing our own hooch into a bar going to be really frowned upon here?
So the key is you buy hooch from the bar. You just drink that yourself. It's just like going to the movie theater. As long as you buy something there, they're not really going to care. It's when you try to get in there without buying anything that they start to like, hey, where'd you get that candy?
Yeah, no.
If you buy popcorn, you can have all the candy you want.
Okay. I put some bartenders and bouncers in. So as people are coming in, who's coming in first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I always follow the captain.
You come on in. Dex comes through. The lighting in here is perfect for you. You can see clear as day. But you do realize it's very dimly lit for everyone else. As soon as Payne steps through the door, the little thing goes womp 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 womp, and the droid bartender turns and he's like, "We don't serve droids here. Your pet will have to wait outside."
You're in here.
Yes, I am bartender.
He's a delivery droid.
Yeah, that's not going to work. It's against my programming. You can't come in. I'll have to ask you to leave if you're going to insist on being difficult about it.
No, it's cool. Payne, you're going to have to wait outside. All right, bobbing my head to the beat of the music. There's music on, right?
There is music on. So, Payne, I'm assuming you're coming around back to check out the supply stuff.
Yep.
The back situations. Okay, we'll get back to you in a second, but you can go ahead and roll me perception check for your search. It's going to be 2 purples. Who's coming after the captain? I can make that happen if you want. I just assumed everyone was tired of my soundtrack shenanigans, and I shouldn't do it.
Whoa, it's a whole sausage fest in here tonight.
I was gonna first walk around back with Payne.
That's racist. You don't know what female Clatoonians look like.
I think that they're all about to be made in a sausage.
Okay, so you're gonna walk around with Payne after seeing him get rejected. Okay.
Yep, I was gonna get
ahead.
a second set of eyes out here.
So you can roll me your 2 purple perception too. Waz, what you doing? You
Following Dex.
following Dex.
Got a bottle of tainted whiskey in one pocket and pull up right beside him.
Igor perceives nothing. Oh, whoops.
I'm gonna order a drink.
Everyone hear the
Hell
soundtrack?
yeah!
All right. Now that I've ruined everyone's evening. All right. So Waz, you're gonna roll up to the bar behind Dex. Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you've got this bottle of tainted whiskey in your pocket. Who's got the other one?
Did I have the other one, or does Dex have it?
Well, that's what I was.
I'm gonna turn and look at Randall and be like, don't you have the whiskey? Go inside.
All right, fine. I'll go inside.
Okay. And who's got the regular bottle?
The captain, he went and got it.
Okay.
We sent
Alright.
him to go get it. That's when he found out that we broke into his stash.
Yeah.
The blaster knuckle.
So Dex is ordering a beverage, even though he's already got one in his pocket. Waz, you're following suit.
Open up a tab. Yep.
Okay. They're gonna be like, no tabs here. You credits up front, please. But they do have the little square thing, so you can use your cards.
Beep, beep.
Yep. You guys buy drinks. Don't worry about the cost. It's an insignificant amount of money. What are you ordering, though? Is it going to be the same kind of whiskey, or are you ordering yourself a specific type of drink or glass?
Whiskey with a twist.
I'm gonna order an entire round for my Clatoonian friends.
Alrighty, I like this. This is a good idea. All right, so the Clatoonians, they're cheering on you. They like their new Umbaran friend. They like low light too. So the lighting in here being all dim and everything. Oh, I can make it dim. I forgot. Let me do that. Boom.
One on my perception, by the way.
So
I got a 1-1 on my perception.
excellent. So we're gonna get back to you in just a second. So he's buying a round. He's drinking a thing. Randall, you're allowed in just like everyone else. Because you're not the Wookiee cyborg anymore. So do you do the same thing? You gonna order a Cosmopolitan or something? That what's a fishy drink that a Mon Cal would drink?
Trying to think of what sort of weird drink I could get.
Guspa is fermented krill. You drink that.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Payne. You
Yep.
come around to the back. I'm going to cut the music off because otherwise it is going to continually play that same song.
Oh my god.
I'll play another one. Let's see if I remember to turn that one off. Payne.
Yep.
You come around. There is a dumpster behind this power generator you're standing next to, and there is a door that is just big enough for them to slide the trash can out of.
So I could slip in that door?
You're going to have trouble getting through it as is. However, you could get the door open, take a peek inside.
Done.
Okay. So you get up to the door. It's a manual door, and it's nothing for you to get it open. On the inside, you see a small office. There's several carboys, like huge carboys over in this corner, that are just full of whatever slosh they're serving out. The only problem is it's just out of reach. Like, unless you're going to make it obvious and break the wall, it's you have to figure a way to get what you want into there. You could probably contaminate the whole bar.
Question: if my little arms that I have under the coat,
They're just out of reach. Like, they're what you'd have to use anyway.
can I detach one and put it on my finger?
You could, yeah. You can take a minute to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me it's your own body, but we'll call it 2 purple mechanics check because you're working on yourself. Okay,
All right.
while you're rolling that, we'll roll back to the main party. Dex, you're the life of the party, man. You've ordered some rounds. Clatoonians are the dumbest, smelliest motherfuckers you've ever met before. Like, you want to keep your helmet on just because they really stink. Also, when they drink, they drool. So, like, the whole countertop, the whole bar top is just slimed.
Oh my god. I made out. I don't have to go in this shithole. You guys probably shouldn't stay in there.
I asked the bartender if there's going to be entertainment tonight, like live entertainment.
The bartender's like, yeah, we get some singers who come in, and you can special order some company for the right price.
Doggy style.
All right, I'm going to take a booth with my friend Wise and Randall here.
Okay. So you guys have whiskeys. Waz's has a lemon in it. Randall has this jar of glowing blue liquid that looks appealing but smells like rotten seafood.
That's disgusting.
Randall really seems to be enjoying it, though.
Okay, I'm not going to yuck your yums, man.
It's like shrimp poop.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, it's like baby shrimp, right? So, who's got... We can order another set of round, like a round for the next Clatoonians and everything, but we should pour our own bottle in there.
So,
You guys down for that?
Just set the bottle on their table and be like, hey, thanks for all your hard work.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, wait.
Hand me that bottle.
We also need to find the right one.
Just get them all.
Talk to.
Yeah, can we make any difference of any of these Clatoonians, or is it?
so they are cliquish. What's the right check for like a anthropology check?
Xenology.
Yes, that's the right. Well, sorry, so give me a 1 purple xenology. Anyone in the bar can make it, so it can be Dex, Waz, and Randall. And basically, you're
Randall's
just
really good at this.
yeah, you can just try to figure out who's clicking in with who.
I'm gonna start talking to them about bad bosses.
That's always a good subject with the help, right? All right, who passed? Who failed?
I got a 2-1 on my xenology check.
There are 3 distinct packs in here, and you're pretty sure that the ones with a white color stripe across their face all belong to the same group. Who else passed?
I had 0 success, 3 advantages.
You
So I'm
perceive nothing.
trying to arm wrestle one.
Oh,
It's just a 1 purple?
Okay. It's just a 1 purple. Also, Randall, go ahead and give me a 4 red athletics check.
Me, or Red, or Waz?
Sorry, Waz. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm not trying to arm wrestle anybody.
Fucker broke my arm.
Holy shit!
Oh my god.
What happened?
Waz,
He rolled
arm
a
wrestle.
double despair. Hold on while I figure that shit out.
Have you ever seen Hobo with a shotgun? Never mind. Never mind.
Great movie.
It's like he breaks the dude's arm on the fucking
Waz?
or the arcade machine.
You think that's-
You're incredibly drunk. Roll a D100 and multiply that number by 10 and tell me what it is.
Oh, you got a critical, bro.
740.
Okay, that's multiplied by 10. Okay, yeah. So you lose 740 credits in a bet, and you also are unconscious.
Did he drop the bottle and did it break?
Did you have the tainted bottle?
I do, yeah.
Okay. You drank from it.
Oh. Fucking awesome. On the other hand, your melee abilities are actually going to shine now.
You're going to wake up without your Cortosis gauntlets. Now, you are going to... Well, I'm not going to say you definitely are. You're over here by these bins. Dex and Randall are in here. So, I'm going to allow your party mates to mitigate some of the damage. Dex and Randall both give me 2 purple perception checks.
To see whether they notice him getting rickrolled?
To see the... So... I've picked in my head which one's which, but one of them is going to notice whether or not the Cortosis gauntlet's getting stolen, and the other one is going to notice that he drank from the thing. Okay, who was that?
That was me, Randall.
Okay, you see the Clatunian that he was arm wrestling slip his gauntlets off as he passes out under the table.
Hold up. This is all happening because he arm wrestled a Clatunian?
They were apparently doing a drinking game out of it.
Oh no, he deserves everything he's getting.
Okay, that's a triumph. I'm going to say that cancels. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. He's about to take a shot out of the wrong glass, and you just reach over and slap your hand on top of it and stop him from drinking.
Can I take the whiskey? Because that's what I was trying to get anyway.
You rolled a threat, so I will let you do it if you let Waz drink the tainted glass. You have to have one or the other. You can either have that bottle that's tainted, or you can let him drink.
This is an improvement for him.
I'm going to take the bottle.
Okay. All right. Randall, would you like to try to get these gauntlets back? This Clatunian's just as drunk as Waz was.
Yeah, arm wrestle the Clatunian. That's a good idea.
No, you could just try to steal him, or you can try to talk him out of it, or you could try to make a bet like, you're a lot smarter than these guys are.
Yes, I was going to make a sort of drinking game and try to convince him to take a few more shots and then get him completely smashed, and then when he's not paying attention, steal the gauntlets back.
Okay. So you're going to try to play mind games with this guy, right?
Yes.
Give me a 1 purple intelligence, just raw intelligence check.
Raw intelligence, all right.
Okay, I'm going to go back while you're rolling that. Payne, you passed your check, you failed your check.
I passed it.
Okay. You have the ability to taint using your one thing. Okay,
Yeah,
so you've done the whole bar.
Oh, yeah.
Have you told anyone that you've done this?
Yes.
Okay. How
Yes,
much did you pass it by? What was your success advantage?
1-1.
1-1. Okay. Medically, you're going to know that you didn't have enough on you to really do the kind of quantity that was done. So unless they drink all of it...
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then I would have just tainted one of the barrels.
Okay. So you just tainted one. Okay.
Yeah.
So now the trick is you got to figure out how to get the right people to drink that, because there's more than just Gimba's people in here. There's like the entire Clatunian population of the planet. So you got to make sure that the right people drink from the right barrel.
What's the label on the barrel?
That's a good question. That's a very, very good question. It is 2 blue.
2 blue label.
I will tell the captain to make sure that he and our crew does not drink 2 blue and order a lot of it for the crew. The Clatunians.
Okay.
It's got a little something special.
The desk that's right by this open port you've gotten as you're doing this, you're going to notice has a data terminal on it if you want to try to get in that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm going to let you try to hack into that, and we're going to move on to the next check. It is going to be, for this kind of establishment, a 1 purple computers check. Back to Dex and Randall. What are you guys doing beside from trying to save Waz from himself? Or not try to save him from himself?
Now that I've got this whiskey bottle, I'm going to start asking around. Or really, I'm going to start talking about bad bosses and hopefully get them to say that they work for a Hutt.
Okay. Well, they're Clatoonians. They all work for Hutts. The entire species is enslaved to the Hutts.
Yeah, but I'm looking for a specific Gimba the Hutt.
So, roll me a streetwise. Give me a 2 purple streetwise. Take a boost. If you pass, you will figure out which clan is the right one. Randall, what are you doing? Did you pass that intelligence check?
It was a 1 purple, correct? Or
Yes.
was it? Yes, it was. I had 1 success, 5 advantage.
Okay. You got Waz's gauntlets back. They are in your pockets. Is that your
Yeah,
check?
I went-
All right.
I
So
went 4-0.
because you rolled so much advantage and he passed his check, you both now know that the ones with the white line across their face that's painted on like Saruman style, those guys are Gimba's guys. They're all part of the same pack.
Most excellent.
And even for Clatoonians, these guys are stupid.
We start bonding with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and relabel a few of these.
Was one of the white-faced paint guys the dude that broke Waz's arm?
Yes. So they're all kind of in this same area over here.
I'm going to congratulate him on his mighty show of strength and give him a long pull off the whiskey bottle.
Okay. So he's going to hand it back to you after he takes his long pull, and it's soaked with slobber. Like
Yeah.
there's slobber in it.
Oh,
How drunk is he?
On the verge of not being conscious.
I'm going to pretend like I'm drinking out of the bottle, too.
oh no.
Please roll a 2 purple deception check. You may take a boost.
Can I roll a resilience check to try to wake up?
Yes. You may roll a 5 purple resilience check.
I failed.
So the Clatoonian just notices that you're not drinking, but rather than think you're trying to slip him a Mickey, he thinks that you're just insulted, like you're just disgusted by his slime, and he picks a fight with you. He's like, you think you're too good? And
Yeah, man, I didn't want your face lube on my face, bro. Like, it's...
I'm gonna
no big
face
deal,
lube
man.
you.
Oh, boy.
This one guy's gonna take out the whole party.
The bar is going to like the Sarumans, because that's all I can think of. But these guys are gonna they're all gonna like, yeah, and like Dex is suddenly realizing this is not a good way for this scenario to go.
Sorry, mans. Hold on, I'm gonna hand the other Clatoonian. I'm gonna hand him the rest of the bottle,
Okay.
and I'm gonna motion for him to drink, and then I'm gonna shit.
Yeah, can I pull up? Because I also have a bottle. I was gonna pull out a bottle and be like, "Calm down, guys. There's plenty of stuff to go around."
Yeah. I'm gonna pull out my real bottle, and I'll be like, look. It's okay. Like, we all share, and I'm gonna drink out of my clean bottle,
You
and I'm
guys
gonna motion for this other guy to
make
keep
me
it going.
a combined. It can be coercion, or it can be deception, or it can be skullduggery. Check. Combined between Randall and Dex, and the difficulty's 2 purples, and you get a boost because they're drunk. Rolling back to what? Rolling back to yeah. Go ahead.
My skullduggery is a yellow and a green. If you want to do that one.
So it's deception, skullduggery, or yeah, because I have 3 cunning, so I've got 3 greens in skullduggery and deception.
Rolling back to Waz. You wake up, kind of. You don't feel real good. In fact, you feel pretty bad. Your head hurts, Your stomach hurts, and your gauntlets are gone.
Yeah, I had 2 failures, 4 threats. There's also a pool of vomit.
Well, yes, that was kind of a given. But I used up all your failures and threats on your thing, so your check was highly expended.
Yeah, I'm gonna stagger back around.
Are you gonna go that way?
Do I know that there's a back? Can I stagger back the other way?
You can walk around the building the other way. You're gonna run into Payne. You didn't necessarily know he was back there, but like when you come around the corner and there's only like Payne's legs kicking out of this hole that he shoved the rest of himself into, you might figure it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick those feet and say, "Hey, help!" and try not to fall into a another.
I'll extract myself.
Did you pass your slicing check?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I did.
So you can leave a wire plugged into the terminal, and you can multitask if you want.
Yeah, I will turn around, see that he looks really shitty, right? Like more shitty than he should for being just drunk.
Yes.
All right, I'll do a quick scan.
Do you have one of those RX palm scanner things?
I have something like that. Hold on.
I think you do. If you do, then you can basically diagnose him as a maneuver, and you don't have to waste your action on it. And then you can still slice.
Yeah, I know I have something like that. I don't remember what it's called.
Okay. I think you do have one.
Bioscanner.
Yes, that's it. Okay. So your diagnosis of Waz, and you can still choose whatever you want for your action, is that he does have the virus in his system. His biology is not directly susceptible to the virus, but it doesn't mean it's not wreaking havoc on him right now. Like, he's going to have the equivalent to salmonella food poisoning, but he's not going to get rabies.
Right. Well, I can alleviate the symptoms, right?
You can. But
What's the
it'll
difficulty?
be your actions. That'll be 2 purple difficulty.
Oh, 2 purple, and it's my action.
It's your action.
I mean, he drunk himself this way. And I'm just, yeah, he's gonna be fine. You'll be fine. You probably need to rest it off. There's a dumpster right here. Why don't you just curl up in there? It's nice and comfy.
As he crawls back into his hole.
Technically, you still have an action too, Waz.
I would like to do the slicing thing instead of fixing it.
So you've already successfully passed your slice check, so really it's just a matter of what do you want to do now that you're in the system. I'm assuming you already downloaded all their info. That was part of the initial connection, because they have a really shitty... Like, their password was password. It's a bar.
Yeah. Can I make it so that the droid recognizes me as a...
employee?
Yeah. No, not employee, but like on the list of it's okay if he's in here.
Okay, you can. I want to tell you a little bit of relevant information you take off of it. There's a Maleficent class frigate that has ordered several different types barrels of liquor from this establishment. The name of the ship is the Gravity of Greed.
Okay.
The 2 blue container is listed as part of that shipment.
Right on. So that one's probably going to get marked off as far as they're not going to be taking a lot of drinks out of it. But
They're
it's
not
going
supposed to take anything out of it, but you don't know that that's the right ship, although there probably aren't that many Maleficent-class frigates in this sector.
I see this as a win-win. Like, if it doesn't go there, then this virus is now free and out in the wild.
That's a win.
That's a win for me, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to unite the world by creating one race.
Okay.
I'll solve everything. And there won't be any rebels, resistance, imperials. They're all going to be eating each other's faces.
Werewolves were the least scary thing. You could totally wipe them out. Rat ghouls were totally worse. But you can do a 2 purple computers check to add yourself to the authorized occupants list.
Yeah, I do that, and then I push the dumpster back in, and I'm going to walk around and just come right inside.
Okay, so you did your 2 purple already.
The 2 purple slicing thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that earlier. I got 1-3.
Okay, you're good. Alrighty, so you can come in, but we are going to call that your turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
You come in here just as Dex and Randall are either diffusing the situation or getting their asses beat. Which one is it?
We did good.
Yeah, the
Okay.
combined roll of 3-0. So
3-0. All right. So you look in and they're like, ooh, rah, rah, with this group of painted Clatunians dancing to
We're doing the
See You on Dark
can-can.
Side. Yeah.
And a can. Also, I'm gonna remove my finger and my hand from my finger and put it back on my side.
Okay. I'll just let you do that as an action.
Why are you so big?
Or a maneuver, sorry.
I think we all made ourselves a lot smaller.
He likes being big. Makes him feel better.
Yeah, I like to be huge.
Hey! I say all fake drunk. You're just in time, buddy. We're all sharing drinks with our friend Clatunians here.
You started drinking from your own bottle. It's not all fake.
I'd like to bioscan everyone just to make sure things are going like I need them to when I get a chance.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I guess amongst all of that, I'm like, yeah, these guys are all sharing. I can't handle that hard stuff. I'm sticking to my my cocktail here.
Okay.
Too blue.
I've got the seaweed cocktail, wherever it was.
It's Gus.
It's the krill deal.
It is, yeah. It's fermented krill. Waz, are you going to stim pack yourself or anything?
Not at all. I'm rubbing in. I'm hoping when I make it up to the table and say, "Second wind," I don't fall over.
You do not. In fact, you feel much better.
Don't look in the dumpster out back.
Yeah, your tummy is
Dude.
not as upset as it was a few minutes ago, but that dumpster is never going to be the same.
Waz party's hard.
Hey, Captain, remember when we was riding that ship
Yeah?
and we wanted to be Robin Hoods?
Yeah?
Are these guys all Robin Hoods too?
These guys are more hoods. They're not really robins.
Yeah, look at the cool faces.
So,
Can
Yeah.
you paint my face like that, guys?
Yeah, if you want to, but like, I'm not really the boss, okay? We were talking about bosses, bad bosses. I think these guys have it worse than we do.
nah, our boss ain't so bad. I mean,
Really?
He's not so bad. Yeah,
Does he give you medical, like insurance?
I mean,
Y'all get
No.
dental? Any vacation days?
what's vacation days?
Vacation days, like today. You're off today, right? Did you get paid for today?
I mean, we get vouchers. We get lots of grog, but not whiskey. This whiskey stuff's good.
Yeah. Have some more. Drink up.
Boss is terrible too. He doesn't give us any of those things either.
So, like, you're expected to work. You guys work out of like a nice ship.
So the Clatunian that you've been trying to feed this same thing to that Waz had his little encounter with earlier has now drank an entire bottle by himself. One of the bottles is completely depleted.
He's gonna be a super werewolf.
I'd like to flip a light side token and make him a werewolf.
Like right now.
Yes.
Are you really drinking?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have a... Oh, I do have a werewolf token. Hold on. The game comes with one, I think.
Yes, it does. It's animated too.
Is it under animals or villains?
I think it's under villains.
Mythological, I bet.
Yeah.
Yep, it's mythological. So he's like, I gotta take a break. I gotta poo. He runs off to the bathroom that should be on the map but isn't.
Clatunian Bard is just outside.
Desert. Do they poop in the desert and just cover it?
Well, we're not in the desert. We're in. So this used to be the mining hub. This used to be the bar that was owned by the Resistance guys. So this is a familiar setting to you guys.
This is where we had that conversation.
It is. That's where you had the conversation. Okay, so let me roll some dice. You guys get one more round of actions before shit hits the fan.
Yep, let's get the fuck out of here.
I was gonna wander around and tap Waz on the shoulder with his own gauntlets that I have. And be like, let's get out of here, bro.
I'm gonna grab the Twi'lek off the stage and run out.
She was the one that was singing just now. You want to grab her off the... Roll a charm check. Take your boost, because your pride and joy is right outside.
Nice.
Make her look into your eyes, too.
Up, that also
Come
adds...
with me if you want to live.
Yeah, take 2 more boosts for that. It's a 1 red, 1 purple. And if you succeed, you're going to have a groupie for the evening.
We got a groupie and a dog.
We're going to have to start calling you Captain Kirk, though.
Come with me if you want to live.
It's pretty good. You know, I really thought you weren't going to do it for a second. I really didn't think you were going to make it for a second. But it works. She
I'm
comes.
studying abroad.
She comes.
Or 2.
She comes with you, and so everyone's leaving, right?
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Waz.
Yeah, that guy
As
held my hand.
as you guys come out, and the chick screams a little bit when she sees it. One of the Dicto bartenders is literally getting his face eaten off by a big wolf-looking thing.
Yep. This party's done.
So just right there in the alley, right outside the door.
It's just getting started. Party's gonna be great.
Yeah.
We're pushing Payne away as he has recording gear and his eyes are freaking out.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
walking
Payne,
backwards.
you need to make sure he actually gets on the frigate as a werewolf. If they destroy him now, then he'll never get on the frigate to actually make things bad.
So can I go and what's the word I'm looking for? Hit him with something that'll regress him for like a set amount of time?
No, this is why I earlier said, "Are you sure you want to do that?"
Yeah, I totally wanted to do that.
So that's what you just described is exactly what is about to happen.
Nice.
Wait, which part are you talking
The
about?
part where they kill the shit out of him because he's a monster now, and then quarantine everybody from the bar.
Oh, okay. So we have to go take care of him. Yeah, I'll just walk up and knock him out, and take it with us.
Okay.
Can I do that?
I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want. Is the party going to be down with that?
Oh, he's gonna help us on the Drock. We just let him go after we slam into the side of the ship.
I think at some point in time we vent this werewolf to space, but
You're home, buddy.
Go ahead and roll me a 3 purple opposed brawl, or you can try to just do it as a melee check if that's how your special thing works.
This chick does not want to come with us now.
Is
She's still coming with you, but she does appear to be having second thoughts. Now, he's already at a diminished enough capacity. If you succeed your check, he is rendered unconscious. The problem is he's eaten this guy's face off, and he's already kind of transformed. So he's not going to stay unconscious forever.
that's fine. I just knock him unconscious with the fist, throw him over my back, and I'll start drinking him.
Oh,
Like
okey-dokey.
as I'm leaving, they'll wonder what happened. I'll put the other guy in the donjon, or tell Waz to put the other guy in the donjon.
I put him in and then oh god.
Oh my god!
Yeah, let's go ahead and roll one more resilience check for Waz. It's going to be 2 reds.
Did you ever get your gauntlets back?
yeah, I have him.
No, the Randall's got my hands on right now.
Also, you pooed a little.
Oh god.
It's not enough to be like super obvious until you guys get into the tight confines of the ship.
I don't notice anything.
I'm standing up a little bit straighter than I used to, than I normally do.
I'm like, these guys stink. No wonder nobody wants to have them around.
Yeah. Those Clatoonians, right?
Right? Yeah. They're awful.
I think one of them pooped on me.
They smell like shit.
Yeah, they do.
Can I go and program one of the cleaning droids to give him a nice deep clean?
I can take a shower.
I mean, you guys are back on the Proto Shadows, so he can just take a shower. So, what's the plan now? You have successfully contaminated a barrel there, and some Clatoonians, maybe. And the one that you have with you, definitely.
I'm putting him in a. What do I have that I can store him in?
You could put him in the back of the
blender.
tank, but it would probably cure him.
What else do I have that I can store him in? I don't want to cure him.
A bottle. You want to liquefy him down, make him like twice as more, virusy. Twice as virusy.
Can I get a cage for him?
Mag gauntlets.
I can't have. I didn't get a dog that I wanted, so I've got this one.
You guys still have the other dog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you want to give him rabies?
No, I got a dog with super rabies now.
You can try to fabricate a cage out of like a box. You might want some help with it, though.
Yeah, I'll get
Put a
Mr.
collar
Clean.
on him.
I'll get Mr. Oh, can I put a shock collar on him and just program it so that if he tries to bite someone that's not on the approved list?
Do you have a shock collar?
Oh, gotta check. Don't we have shock gauntlets somewhere?
I bet we know somebody that could kludge one together.
Yeah, I'll get Rando and Mr. Clean to get me something, and then I'll program all of us in it so he's not allowed to bite us, or slash us, or attack us.
Here's a riot baton. That's got zappies.
Yeah, I think I can use the riot baton, and we've got some metal scraps here and there that I can make a.
You're gonna get a cyborg dog. I've got a cyborg wolf.
All right, so Randall, without opposition, go ahead and roll me a mechanics check.
Cyberwolf. Cyberwolf.
Cyber wolf.
Cyber.
All right, so you ended up with 0 success, 3 advantage. Oh, I wasn't supposed to tell you that. God damn it.
Whoops.
Yep. Okay, well, it's done now. I was supposed to say you make the collar, which is what happens. We're all going to try really hard not to metagame here and say, Randall has made a collar. He thinks it'll work. You have 3 advantages you can spend.
Can I give it a manual shock to make sure, to help?
Sure, you can add a button that shocks. That's easy.
Yeah,
3 advantage spent. Easy.
Yeah, but button that shock so we can make sure that he's make sure that my work is done correctly.
Yep.
So
Did you test it?
why would I test it? I'm an awesome mechanic. Why would I ever test stuff?
It would work great on Randall regardless.
Yeah, you should put it on.
I'm not putting it on myself. I'm not a werewolf.
I think that you don't trust your own work.
Are you questioning me?
Yeah, if you're not gonna wear it.
You want to wear this thing?
Anyway, I'm gonna let's get the collar on him. I'm gonna wake him up.
Okay.
Hey, we still got those sticks with ropes on them.
Yeah.
So he wakes up and immediately goes to attack Pain. Where's Pain's token? Let's put Pain
Oh
in.
no.
And he grabs a hold of Pain, and Pain's strong enough that it's not going to be a huge deal. I got him. I moved him over there. Just going to take me a minute. And the first thing Pain notices is that collar is shocking the shit out of him because Pain's getting shocked by it too. It's having 0 effect on him though.
So yeah, I'm gonna turn to randomly. Okay, this plan didn't work. I'm gonna have to knock him unconscious again. His poor brain. Even if I keep him around, he's gonna be nothing but a
NFL football star.
He
Pretty much, yeah.
he hasn't rolled low enough to actually die yet, so
What's the difficulty to attack him? 3 purple.
Yeah, he's 3 purple because he's super bad.
Can I help?
Sure.
Come on.
Let me roll some.
Yeah, I need that boost. Hold on.
I'm gonna try to snag him with the loop and stick.
I missed him.
Okay.
He's
Lupin's.
dodging.
Well, hold on. We're going to do this like it's a combat round, and I'm going to give him a chance to attack you. He missed. All right. Lupin's stick. 2 purple melee. Sorry, 3 purple melee. He's super bad.
Yeah, this isn't gonna go well.
He's going to shove that stick up your ass.
This is what happens when we're allowed too much of a sandbox.
Oh, I'm letting it go off the rails on purpose. He bites Dex, like, hardcore, like, tries to pull Dex's arm off, bites Dex. You're not going to take any actual damage because it was your fail of an attack, but you're definitely, if you can be infected, you're infected.
Motherfucker!
I found one of those stick things too. I'm gonna get this son of a bitch.
Same.
I've been drinking too much. Hey,
Almost
oh
done.
man. How many light side tokens do we have?
You have 3. You have 4. Because, for the sake of ending the sandboxing, Waz gets this thing and pulls it too tight and severs the thing's heads off, because when you guys said make it garrote-like, Randall took that a little bit too literally.
Oh, no stops.
Is that why my gloves were loose?
That's perfect because I have a plan for this too.
So is now a headless werewolf. Well,
Yes, I will take that back and start the cloning process.
You put somebody else's head on its body.
Oh my god!
Frankenstein this shit.
I gotta make it this a gator.
Hi, my name's Kevin. How can I help you?
Oh, yeah.
Is it a full moon?
I mean, he's hairy enough. I mean, he's furry enough. He could be a
Oh my
werewolf.
God.
He could be a werewolf.
Werewolf.
He's gonna come back and it'll be like, "This is your new character."
Yeah, fuck you for not coming and
Yep.
being here. You're now a furry.
It's still got a full Jawa body inside it. That's what you get for beating me at arm wrestling, you little bitch.
I feel
We're
like
supposed to
Waz
kill
is
him,
just smacking the body with the bloody garage.
Trying to break his arm.
All right.
People arm wrestling.
So that's now a thing that's happened, and we can do any checks on what kind of medical shenanigans you guys want to do later on.
Jack, and make sure he's okay.
Well, Waz can get some medical treatment too.
I'm okay.
You got dysentery a little bit.
Dysentery. Has the captain got a werewolf thing going on now?
I think I'm turning.
The captain needs some treatment, but he is also not susceptible to the thing. The only person who can get it is Randall, and he was smart enough not to try to fight the werewolf in the cargo bay. So,
How does that even
Getting out of
work?
the workshop.
He's back in his environmental suit.
Is it difficulty to cure the captain?
we'll just hand wave it because you have a full med bay here. There's no chance of you not being able to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be cured.
He wants to shit himself like Waz. They're gonna poo in solidarity.
I'm gonna become a werewolf.
You're not susceptible to the virus. But if you were to say that to me, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I'll let it run its course then. And enjoy your dysentery, sir.
I'll be Van Beagle.
Payne's like, I'm gonna go ahead and adjust your pooping time on the schedule.
I have allotted a full 4 hours spread throughout the day, and roughly every 10 minutes I give you 30 seconds.
We'll have to install a fire hydrant though, because I don't think I can poop on anything else.
don't poop on fire hydrants. They pee on them.
Look, man, I'm trying to just make the Type 5.
You got to do what you got to do. You're not experiencing this right now.
It's true. Both of you are going to be doing a lot.
All right, so we
That's part of my
space
type.
that- space the werewolf body.
No, I keep that shit.
You have your head and you're super happy, and you come back and the body's just gone.
Oh,
I feel like that is what happens. He's like, I got to take this part because it's got the brain, the most important part. And
I carved them both back.
you come back, and they're all like, "You didn't want that."
So I was going to liquefy it.
Are you guys ready for me to call the Kraken and start slinging asteroids?
Yeah. I don't know if
Nice.
we're going to need to. That's going to infect their crew pretty bad. But yeah, we can do that.
I mean, do you want to give it some time?
Yeah, we can give it a little bit of time. Let it take its course.
Can we verify your information that the 2 blue drink was delivered? Like, all we have to do is kind of like watch the trade route, right? See if it happens.
You know where its destination was. You just don't know yet if that was the right frigate. So it would really be a matter of trying to figure out what the name of the frigate that is now the flagship for Gimba is.
Oh, okay. So, can we pick up on the Starport's HoloNet
Mm-hmm.
and look for Gravity of Greed?
Yep. And I'm not going to make you roll for it because it's a simple enough thing. It is registered to Gimba. He's been doing active recruitment on the planet. The Imperials are like, they want to stop him, but he's got a frigate and he only shows up when there's no ships for Jarrah there. So they kind of are in a position where they're like, no, you're not, you can't land here. And he's like, you and what a fucking army. Like, and then he leaves whenever there's an Imperial ship on the way. So
Okay. When was the last time he was here?
2 weeks ago.
What other ships landed with him?
He sends down an array of landing craft and shuttles. He doesn't keep a huge fleet with his forces. If you want to get like tactical details on what he was traveling with, you'd have to do a little bit of slicing.
But we were looking for starfighters specifically, right? That's
Yeah.
what Kraken was looking for?
Yeah, those are the kind of tactical details I'm talking about. Like, that would be more secure data. You could get public knowledge of when he was there just by saying what ships have been posted here, like through trade means, without doing any slicing. But if you want, hey, how many starfighters does that ship deploy? That's a little different of a question.
I suck at slicing.
If only you had a party member
Yeah, right?
who specializes in such things.
Yeah.
Randall, you want to earn your keep?
Randall's not even the specialized slicer.
Oh, is it Wes?
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
So that wasn't meta at all.
I just had to make fun of him for not fucking knowing this shit.
Huh? I'm just
Worst
sorry.
captain ever.
I was just waiting for somebody to volunteer RP-wise.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I just like
take a
giving you
look.
shit.
I'll take a look into it.
Is that your slice check?
Yeah, I am slicing out my insides right now. Sorry, Captain.
I mean, if he has his tablet and everything with him, I feel like he could just, plug in there in the bathroom, and it's not like he has to get off, the John in order to to help with this. You make it a combined check. It's only 2 purples to get the information you're looking for.
There's 2 purples.
So the last time he was in system, he was traveling with 8 starfighters as an escort. His ship is big enough to hold more than that, but that's how many they saw on sensors.
What was that, 8?
And they're also not ugly, crappy starfighters. They're a Nixon fast attack craft.
But okay, I'll let Kraken know.
Okay. He's like, that's a tough fight if I have to take them all at once. It would be better if we could take them in small groups.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what we're gonna do about that though. I mean, the plan was to throw some asteroids that way and to kind of sneak in with the group of rocks. I think that that's still a solid plan. It's something that they wouldn't be expecting.
Well,
But if we do it too slow, they might just move out of the way.
so it's not a terrible plan for sneaking in. If you go in all stealthy like, they wouldn't have all their fighters on patrol at any given time. And either when it's appropriate or when you need a distraction or when you need an extraction, you could call me in and I can try to handle, hopefully, just a few of them on patrol at a time. And then, if you need to extract, I can help you with that. The thing about Hutt clans is if you manage to take out the Hutt, it's very likely that the rest of them will surrender or negotiate for what's left. It's very possible that they could, if you manage to kill Gimba, that you won't need an extraction plan because the rest of them will be like, if you just get off the ship and leave us the stuff, we'll let you leave. If that's something that you're okay with. The droids, on the other hand, can't vouch for those.
Yeah.
But usually fighter craft are just regular people.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think the plan is to sneak in and try to use the Drock as much as we can. We wouldn't need you except for backup.
All right.
I'm trying to see if we have a Verpin shatter rifle. I don't think we do.
We do not.
We have an E11S sniper though. That's not going to do it.
It's pretty good.
Is there anybody around that would have Verpin tech?
I mean, that's a really highly advanced rifle. What you'd be more likely to find is something like a missile launcher that would do the right amount of damage.
All right, I'll look for one of those.
Or explosives, or just sustained fire with your blasters, like lots of fire. Volume is, also a thing.
But a thermal detonator's too big, right?
A thermal detonator will kill him.
Yeah, but it's too much.
I mean,
I don't know if there's such thing as too much.
There's a distinct possibility of depressurizing the room you're in if you're close to the hull. But it's not going to blow up the whole ship. So, how much is too much?
Would I know enough about the ship to know whether the thermal detonator would depressurize the entire cabin or just...
It depends on what room you're in. It has nothing to do with knowing about the ship.
Okay.
It's going to breach the walls of the room you're in, and if the wall of the room you're in goes to the outside, then it's going to depressurize.
Fair enough.
To be fair, we don't want to kill him because I want to smear my itchy cream all over him.
You don't want to kill him?
No, I want to smear my itchy cream all over him so he's very uncomfortable.
What would you know about uncomfortable?
I'm relatively certain that the rest of the party wants to kill him.
Well, yeah, they can want that. That's only at one pierce. was gonna say anything with Pierce would be a good choice too. If you get the light crossbow with the explodey arrowheads, you could probably take him down with that.
I like that idea. Yeah, I might do that. What about the pulse wave blaster? It's vicious 3.
If you crit with it, that would do a lot of damage.
Yep.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can kill a Hutt with just about anything as long as you get the right shot in. Like, you could go in there with a holdout.
Where he kills you.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, it's a matter of, can you kill him fast enough and hard enough. Like, you can go in there with a holdout blaster if he can't fight back and just shoot until he's dead, or you run out of power pack. But it'd take a while.
Can I rig Randall's goo gun with my itching bomb?
You can make canisters that will fit in his goo gun for the itching bomb, but you will need some help with the mechanics.
Can I just give him the solution and tell him to load this in his goo gun? It's a special surprise for Goomba.
You absolutely can.
Cooked it up myself.
Alright, so I'm making more canisters out of this.
Yep, I suggest you keep track of what kind of canisters you've got.
Yeah, I've not thought of a good way to keep track of all the
Just
said canisters.
Grab a data pad and write it down. That's why they're there. There's a thing right here that says data pads. And you just pull one out, and then you put it in your tray, and you write anything you want on it. You gotta grab the edges to move it. You click in the middle to activate it.
I'm getting there.
Yep.
It's gonna be great. He's gonna roll first on initiative and go in and be like, "Yeah, Dr. Payne gave me this. I can take him out in one shot."
And then he's gonna despair and shoot somebody else with the itchy canister. And Waz
It won't affect us.
Waz is gonna end up with crotch itch again because you didn't anticipate.
Oh, that's right.
And
That's right.
Then
We're all
Waz,
gonna be itchy.
yeah.
That seems like a win to me.
Yeah, you say that.
I got crotch rot from that lady. It's getting information about the Hutt foot.
It worked.
For the... I gotta remember, I do have a weapons maintenance kit if we're going for improved blasters. And it is especially for blasters. So I'm making the crotch itch canisters.
Crotch cannon.
Am I supposed to roll to see how many of those I can make?
No, you have an unlimited number of them once you have them. They don't do any damage.
Yeah, they just make him very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know that. I told him this was a secret weapon.
We'll see if I ever shoot those. Turn
the lights back on. All right. 11:15. Realistically, you guys don't really have time to do this tonight, but we can start it if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Can I
guess, when would the next one be? I guess 2 weeks from now is New Year's Day.
Yes, we are planning on playing on New Year's Day, but I wasn't planning on playing this campaign on New Year's Day unless you all really wanted to. I was planning on doing our Sith episode on New Year's Day. I realize that you still think you're in your 20s and you want to party for New Year's Eve, and it's all good if you want to do that, Mr. Randall. I realize that.
I'm looking through. I'm trying to figure out what's actually happened New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
I mean,
I doubt it.
You're an
I
old.
doubt it'll be anything too big.
You're an old man now, so I'm just going to go ahead and spoil it. It gets less exciting the older you get.
Yeah.
So.
The fact that I'm not excited about something for New Year's Eve is pretty much the point. I'm like, I'll probably be down for playing games New Year's Day. So
So it'll depend on what the party wants to do. That was the night that I was going to do our holiday special, which for this year is going to be the Old Republic Sith Lords in a arena style combat scenario. It's a one shot. And most of the players already have ideas on what they want to do, but the short version is you'll roll both a student and a master. And you will get a shit ton of XP. I think it's like 400 or 500 XP for the master. And you can gear them however you want. But you don't get to actually play them. And you might have to fight them. And then you roll the student, who you're actually going to... You don't roll the student. You pick the student's story and everything out. And then the student gets rolled as we play, because you start with just your racial card. And then you go into your first level, like after an hour, 45 minutes of play, you get your first 100 or so XP, depending on how well you did. And then you make your character. You got 5 minutes to make a character, which is not a lot of time, so you're on the clock. And then the next 45 minutes to an hour, you get another 100 or so XP, and you level your character up in 5 minutes. And so you get to the very end of the night where you've got a Sith, apprentice who is probably the same level of XP as the final boss if you lived that long, because it's going to be kind of brutal. And there's going to be a PvP match, so other players will be able to kill you, and they might even be able to get extra shit for doing so. So it is going to be PvP.
It's going to be brutal.
It is going to be brutal.
My Sith Master is Darth Aximus.
I was wondering if you were going to tell people, because you only sent me that.
I made Darth Aximus. He wields an axe.
Of course he does.
Can I post this picture you sent me to the Discord? Because
yeah, it's absolutely. It's a masterpiece.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
That's Maul's Sith Lord. He's a Hutt Sith Lord. He's also got like an 8-pack. So.
Yeah, he does. I fucking worked that guy out.
Like,
So that's the master. Who's the apprentice?
Dead. That's who he is.
Yeah, you're never gonna make it through the end of the night.
But if I do,
yeah, I guess my first question of all of that of 2 weeks is New Year's Day is like, okay, so I guess 4 weeks is when we'd be picking this back up.
Unless you guys really, really want to do that session as this session. You got to realize I have a bunch of vacation time, so you guys could literally be like, "Hey, you're not at work, and we all play," and I'd be like, "Yes." So there's that. I'm also doing the Traveler game during my vacation for that week off, so we will be doing Traveler, those 2 or 3 Traveler episodes in that week as well. So.
Okay, I guess my
got
bigger
way off topic. I probably should have ended the stream.
Yeah, my biggest thing was I don't think it's a good idea to get started with this battle now and then forget what we did this 40 minutes. But you can disregard what I'm saying since I showed up an hour late tonight.
I mean, we would have done.
I'm
that
just
even if
glad
we
you
showed
showed
on
up. There's other people that didn't show up.
There sure are, and I got to tell you, when he makes a big deal about telling me he's going to be here and then he don't,
yeah, it hurts.
it's aggravating. I don't mind you not being able to make it, but
Yeah.
Don't say anything.
it's goddamn common courtesy. At least when Randall isn't here, he's like, "Hey man, I can't make it." Like,
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said for that.
Man,
I will say, yeah, that's an excellent point. That is something that drives me absolutely nuts. It is respect the fact that you're playing something with people, and if they don't know you're not coming, then it alters plans. So thank you.
Yep, I fucked up that whole One World thing trying to put his shit back in.
Yep, I'm still gonna give you shit for not showing up, but it's nothing compared to the shit I won't give you because I'm fucking pissed. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
Anyway.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's fine. He's
Oh,
gonna
we got D&D coming up too.
He's gonna come back and I'm gonna be like, your character's pregnant. He's like, I'm a dude. I'm like, not anymore.
It was a Rancor, Daddy.
Rancor Daddy.
You're a pregnant werewolf.
You're a pregnant Jawa head on a werewolf body.
Ooh, yeah.
Please let me do it. Please let me do
And
it.
it's gonna be a litter of 6.
It comes out of like a pimple on his face.
And the dad is a rancor.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
You can only communicate with it by grabbing it by the testicles.
We can find a guy that'll do that. Pieces.
Well, pieces of him, yeah.
That guy was a master. He actually probably should have been a force wielder.
How do you know he wasn't?
I don't. Neither did he. That's the problem.
That's a point, right?
I mean, he thought he was a force wielder. He did drugs.
I mind melded with the Rancor. No, dude, you did not. No, I did, and you can't prove me wrong.
He did all the drugs. He got so stoned and drunk and just out of it that he was eating chicken strips and they ran out of honey mustard, but he had vomited, so he just used that instead.
You got a
'Cause
really
it had
good
lots-
memory.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah,
all there
really.
for that. Oh,
Yep.
maybe not.
And then he had a space rat named Ratty that just did all the drugs with him, and they had a special relationship. Mostly just because the rat was always stoned too.
Good times.
Yep. Alrighty, so do we not want to set this thing up?
Probably not a good idea.
Do we want to do a quick recon run to get a look at, the asteroid field they're in?
That's probably not a bad idea.
I'll let you guys have a little preview. So, how do you guys want to do this? If you're just doing a recon run, it can just be a couple people. You guys can pile into the Kraken Starfighter, and they can do a stealthy approach.
There you go. That's what we'll do.
Okay. So, who's going to co-pilot? Who's going to gun? And who's going to work sensors?
I'll co-pilot because I don't think he's going to let me pilot a ship.
He's not, no.
Okay, I'll help out.
I'll run the guns.
Alrighty. Who's running the computers?
I guess that makes me run on the computers.
Nah, Randall run computers? Nah, that
Never.
wouldn't happen. It never
You're right.
happened.
I shouldn't do this.
What shenanigans is this?
You should do the doctor stuff. I'll do the sensors.
Yeah.
You don't fit in the ship.
Fuck you.
Alright.
Okay. I do have a 5 green medicine check, which
Check number 1. Piloting check, or I should say co-piloting check. Standard co-piloting check, please.
2 purples.
Against my space piloting?
Yep. I don't actually have enough real dice to do his piloting check. Oh yeah, I do.
I failed.
Wow. Well, that's no good. So he's a 3 yellers and a purple, or 3 yellers and a green.
I've never been in a ship like this. What's this button do?
You're just in the wrong seat.
Hold on, your shit is inverted? Who flies like that?
Listen,
Actually, TIE pilots prefer to use the 2-handed control systems, where both of the controls are a stick that's on a yoke, and it is actually pretty complicated to use. He failed his check too, so the gunner's going to actually get to do something. So next up, as the patrol immediately finds y'all's ship and zips in on your tail.
How many gun spots does it have?
It only has seating for 4, which is one of the problems, but it does have... It's the turret. It only has 1 turret, which is what you're going to be using. The dorsal-mounted twin heavy laser cannons is the weapon that's available to the gunner. And it is a 2 purple check to shoot at them.
I needed that.
Holy shit. Okay, so the first one evaporates under this blistering hail of fire. And it's just down. The second one is zigging and zagging and takes 9 damage. Armor 3, hull trauma 10, so it's got 4 hit points left. So it's pretty fucked up. Sensor operator, you have this one chance to get a really good scan on the ship. Since I already know you're here, you can use active sensors. So go ahead and roll me a computer's check of 1 red and 2 purples.
Come on.
Nope, that didn't quite work. Okay, so back up to the top of the... Well, first I gotta let the bad guys go. Regular pilots get a 2 yellow and 1 green. And minions can't take a boost like that. And... yeah, that's actually the correct check. Okay, they don't hit you. Ghost, you're just going to roll the piloting check.
Yes.
Give me a 1 red, 1 purple space piloting to avoid fire, and you have a choice to make as the pilot. It's really the Kraken flying, but we're going to let you roll it because the players are more fun, right? You don't watch the NPC do it. Do you want to swing back around, risk another engagement and get a scan? Or do you want to break away and try to get away?
I was thinking breakaway this whole time. We need to get out of here. This is a bad idea. We're all going to die.
Okay. You successfully break away gunner. You get 1 more shot. So the other fighter's dead. And you can jump into hyperspace. And the Kraken's going to make your astrogation check because that makes it easy for everybody. Zip away. Didn't get the data you needed. What a shame.
Didn't die either.
Didn't die. That is correct.
Hey, Kraken, that's 2 less ships you gotta worry about.
It sure is.
Say with the biggest grin on my face. Also, I still smell that Clatoonian. You guys still smell him?
I swear, if you left skid marks in my gunner's chair...
Oh, he did. Bloody skid marks.
Bloody skid marks. Anyway, so this is the space map you guys can have a look at. You did get at least that much.
And we can, like, fling these asteroids at it?
You can fling the asteroids at it. It's also 3-dimensional, so you can see gaps in where it's going and where it can't go because there's things in the way.
All right.
Alrighty. And that's where we're going to call the session for today.